All right. Oh shit. Oh shit. You know what? You know what? You know what? Let's kick it off. Well, these guys are full of shit. Although Jeff Forbes, let's find out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this is a disaster. Okay. Sure. That's exactly the point. Oh my god. No audio. Oh my god. I was afraid of this. Ah, I know. I think I know why. From YouTube. Yeah. Okay. What about now?
What's going on, everybody? It's Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel.
Should have it
All
now.
right, I've had a lot of questions sent to me talking about GameStop's halt yesterday, why it was halted after such a short move over a short period of time, and then why the downside halt looked a little bit different. Okay, so first of all, before I
All
get
right.
into it,
Here
as
we go.
soon as the stock halted to the
Bingo.
upside, it really lost momentum. And you can see as we zoom out,
Well, I said
it
that's the point.
really just began to fall off. Volume had slowed down, and investors were kind of turned away from this, which is understandable. When you look at the amount of volume that was pouring into
Understandable, says
GameStop
Jeff.
and AMC, obviously they were traders were playing this off of sentiment. Once this manipulation happens, it gets notified. They really tend to walk away from it, and that's when market makers just slowly bleed the stock, which is exactly what
Huh.
happened. So I want to break down
Like
just
to ask
why it
Doug about
happened. I'm
that.
going to talk about some of the rules and why that the 10% move in 5 minutes doesn't really apply to GameStop. But I'm also going to talk about the adverse effect and why the manipulation
Um,
is still occurring and is 100% blatant, because
oh yeah, of
what
course it
happens
does.
to one side should happen to the other side, and clearly it didn't. They let the price bleed before it halted. So let's get into it. First off,
What?
I'll zoom in as much as I can for you. As you can see, okay, what
Okay.
we know, okay, from stock trading is anytime a stock would halt, okay, at least from what I know, is that it was a 10% move within a 5 minute.
Well, that's what we call being misinformed, Jeff. That is the name of that game. Okay.
Time frame. Okay,
Yeah.
10% in either direction, the stock halts. Now, originally, when they had came up with
Yeah.
these, there was just individual stock halts. Then there's circuit breaker halts for the entire market, and their goal is just to prevent that the massive stop losses run off and you're bleeding. Okay, to where you wake up and you have a Black Monday. Okay, stocks just completely crash. I understand what their goal behind it, but it completely gets manipulated, as we know. And here's just more blatant proof. So as of this is the
As
one
we
minute chart.
know.
As you can see, we have a GameStop low of 30.96. By the time it halted at 9:35, by the time the bot picked it up, it was 9:35.40. Okay, this is a move
Yep.
over within that 5 minute time frame. However, it's from, let's just say, $31 to $33. It's not 10%. Okay, it's actually about $1.80, $1.80.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it here and see. Uh, this will load a little bit. Goddamn, 60 frames per second. How's everybody doing tonight? So we have. Let's see. What do we have? We have a. Yes, of course. We have a state of the grift video. These are my favorites. The state of the grift. I'm happy to report because it's good for business. Is strong. We have new apes being made every day, at least according to Reddit. So we'll take a look at that. uh, and a lot more. So here we
85,
go
which really brings it down to about that
again.
6%. So here's where things change a little bit. Okay. And this is new to me. I'll be 100% honest with you. Completely new to me. That if a stock is trading and it's
Looks
included in
like
the S&P
somebody
500 or the Russell 1000, which obviously
watched our video
GameStop
from last night. Video that caused so much controversy, apparently. I don't know why.
is in
But here's Jeff saying the same thing that Scott said last night. We'll take a look at his comments and see. But he's framing this. See, this is what I got wrong. He's framing this as being within a context of manipulation, which, okay, uh, hopefully he's
the
got proof
Russell
of that.
1000. Here's a list of that. All right. It is a 5% move. Okay.
Yes, it
5 minutes
is.
or sudden moves of more than 5% lasting more than 15 seconds. Okay. That's new to me. All right. A lot of stocks that obviously do halt, that we've traded during these small cap eras are not in the Russell 1000. So I can see that moving to the upside. Okay. So therefore it halts between that time frame, reopens at 940, moves up to about $35. We get that initial
Oh,
push. I'm
great.
sure a little bit of a gamma ramp
Andrew,
there,
no
and then
money's
traders
back. Of
immediately get
course he
shaken out of
is.
this. Okay, which
Of
is
course
natural.
he
All
is.
right, they
God.
know these traders that are not holders of GameStop or AMC. They know how market makers manipulate the price action that we've seen. Okay, and they choose to get out of it and kind of dump their positions. Here's
How do
my
they do
problem:
that?
you have a high of, let's just say, $35. The stock didn't halt to the downside until just over 945 when there was a low of 3204.
Well,
All right. So you have from 35 to 32, round numbers, is about a 9% move before it halted. So to
it's
the
not,
upside,
it's
the
more
move was halted
complicated than that,
after,
Jeff.
let's say, just over
You
that
should be able to
5%.
figure that
But to
out.
the downside, it bled even, harder and faster. You can clearly see that by looking at, looking at these candles, these two candles compared to these two. This one was a little bit bigger of a
What?
body, but still a nasty movement. All right.
You have
All the way from
what? Oh my God. How can you say that? Look at this. The first big candle and this big candle. Yeah, you've got two huge candles that are practically the size of two of the red candles. I mean, come on. Come on,
35,
dude.
even down to
What
that
are the what good are
3311,
those fucking
which is that
glasses if
same
you're gonna have
spread,
hot
but it
takes like
didn't
that?
halt. Okay. They
Jesus.
let it bleed even further, stop out more people. Okay. I'm sure a lot of people had stops, traders had stops right under here, expecting there was a halt, hoping he would get a bounce to the upside to continue that movement.
So
And it clearly didn't happen. Okay. So once again, we are still up against this. Nothing has changed. All right. The one good thing that I see about
nothing has
this, and I've said
changed.
to everybody, is
Yeah,
the
the
attention is
same
still
rules
there,
apply that
right?
applied before,
When you look at
right?
GameStop's daily chart, there's a lot of massive moves to the upside. Obviously, they continue to sell off. Shorts aren't getting tripped over themselves as of just yet. Continues to move to the upside. Right? It is completely basing to where it hasn't broken beneath it. This chart looks a little bit better than AMC. Obviously, when you take a look at AMC and you can see the kind of that tail off bleed that we have down here.
Here's the
Let's
AMC
crank this up
stock
a little bit
update.
for you. That tail off bleed, well, that comes from
Ooh,
after the issuance of the ape dividend. Okay, until we
that
kind of
is a
formulate a
shitty
new
looking
base. When you
chart.
add to it, those two together, get somewhere around that same time frame, which would be AMCX. All right, but the attention is still there. Obviously, it's the same game that we're a part of. The market
What?
makers are
What did he
the
just
ape
say?
dividend. Okay, until we kind of formulate a new base. When you add to it, those two together, get somewhere around that same time frame, which would be AMCX. All right, but the attention is still there.
AMCX.
Obviously, it's the same game that we're a part of. The market makers are continuing to manipulate this. However, it gets very frustrating because it continues to happen in plain sight. When the rules aren't reciprocated to the upside, that's fine. It should have been halted much less to the downside. It would have kept a lot more traders in that trade probably. Who knows what would have happened after unhalt to the downside,
Okay.
but clearly it continues to happen. So, guys, I just wanted to clarify that because, like I said, this was new to me. You can go and read this on Investopedia. Okay. And if there's something that you were aware, leave a comment down below. But like I said, I wasn't aware of this 5%
Stupid
move
Dolphin fan.
that are included in the S&P 500 or
Well, why didn't you say where you saw it, Jeff? Huh? Who on YouTube yesterday? Because your video came out 5 hours ago. I know how long it takes to make videos. Well, his is only six, but anyway, where'd you find that out? Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. Oh shit! I forgot to look at the comments.
what's
Forgot
going on?
to look at the comments. I mean, he said everything that we said except for the manipulation bit. What I would like to know is who controls liquidity in these stock. I have heard a hard time believing this is all done by computer algos, particularly targeted halts on meme stocks. Okay, then don't believe it then. Let's see. Thanks, Jeff. We have to continue buying and DRS the stocks. It's the only way the market makers' hands don't manipulate our beloved stocks. Beloved. They will never let this squeeze. Why? Because it will bankrupt the biggest players in the market. They won't let that happen. That seems to be um, the sort of the easy way out for a lot of these. Maybe I don't know. We've seen it before. Seen people say this like passive aggressively. Oh, they'll never let it squeeze. Scott fucking Allen. Yeah, exactly. Scott fucking Allen said it. He did last night. Stayed up way too late saying it. So you're welcome, Jeff. You're welcome. But they will never let this squeeze. Da 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 da. Cry and whine, bitch and moan, passive aggressive. It will bankrupt the biggest players in the market, and that allows them to continue the narcissism, right? Because if they paid us, if they did what was right, it would. If they did what was right by us, they did right by us. It would bankrupt the system. That's how important we are. That's the undertone. Apes aren't represented in the limit up, limit down committee. Not fair. Yeah, I know. They need to call Dave Lauer. Get Dave Lauer on that committee. We'll see what happens then. Huh? Dave Lauer will fight the limit up, limit down halts being handed out like candy at Halloween to all these hedgies, right? Debating if I should load up on shares tonight in after hours or if I should buy tomorrow morning before the Fed meeting. Well, it depends on it depends. I don't know. I mean, that is a tough question. I hope that Terrence Jones figured that out. Corruption in broad daylight. Why? Because they can. I mean, that's probably the truest comment so far. I mean, if you have a lot of money, if you have a lot of weight, you can use it. So get more weight or shut the fuck up, basically. Yesterday halts were criminal 100%. Criminal 100%. The government should be locked up. I like that. The government should be locked up. Yeah. The Wolf of Sesame Street. Boy, that's a good name. It's a copycat of what AMC did when it poped. It poped to $34. 3-month chart looks like a dead worm. It's about as in it's I mean it's oh geez. Buy MMTLP for sure that your money will go to the moon. 2 years almost, and people still have learned nothing. What do you mean? Learn what? That the market is manipulated? What does knowing have anything to do with the price action? Oh my God. What does knowing have anything to do with the price action? Oh my God. These people, lock them up. Lock them all up. Lock up these influencers. How about that? They need those goddamn blue banners underneath these videos. Caution, you know, nothing, everything in this video may be false. Oh, what's Casey Shaw's tagline today? They control price. We control when it's over. Oh, really? Oh, really? Then why haven't you controlled it to be over yet? If you control when it's over, why is it still going on? Why, why are you going into a second holiday season here soon of no MOASS when you've been whatever? Casey Shaw needs to, get on the ball here and control this thing being over since apparently The dip before the rip. Okay, so almost 2 years and they've learned nothing. Boom. All right. So what about this? Trading halts on the New York Stock Exchange. Um, last year, last year, 2021, AMC had a few halts. So let's take a look. Oh, you can search for them, and I have got to change the date. Let's just go from June 1st to present on AMC. Is it gonna? It's gonna reset the date. It's gonna reset the date. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, so here they all are, and for ease of viewing, I went ahead and put it into I downloaded the CSV and I put it into Excel. So here's Excel. There's Excel. So this is GameStop now. I actually have both. So here's AMC. Here's the AMC halts, and I have it in reverse order. So the oldest ones are at the top. This is on the beloved, the famed June 2nd date, the infamous June 2nd. And we can see we have some limit up, limit down pauses here. And yeah, resume time. So here's what 12:26 halted, resumed at 12:31. Then it again at 12:32 halted, resumed at 12:37. Then at 1:22 there was a halt until 1:27, and then 1:40 to 1:45. So four halts in one day, two of which, well, actually, yeah, all of them were basically. So the first two were right in quick succession, and then later on in the afternoon, later on in the afternoon, about an hour later, another set of two halts, but they were a little bit spaced out a little bit more. Then on June 3rd, there were three halts, 9:54. Actually, I don't have these in order. Um, so anyway, 9:42 to 9:47, then 9:49 to 9:54, and 9:54 to 9:59. So the pretty much the whole 20 minutes or so from 9:40 to 10 o'clock halted, and then you didn't have any more halts until early this year. That's on AMC. So my point with this is, um, how do people not understand? These are 5 minute 5% halts, the same damn ones that happened. Okay, so then we have GameStop also on here, which I don't even know if it's really even worth looking at this point, to see. But GameStop, um, here's yesterday's actions: 9:35:40 to 9:40, 9:45 to 9:50, just like we said, and in the video. So there they are. And then what about the chart? So I found this very interesting too. We have to scroll back quite a bit here, and really all we can use is 30 minutes. Here it is. Here's that period of time: June 2nd, June 3rd. Um, so that first halt was on AMC, at least, was at 12:26. So not until this candle right here. These are 30-minute candles. So this is 12 o'clock to 12:30, and this is 12:30 to 1 o'clock. So this is the culprit right there. 12:26 and 12:32. Um, and then what was it? 1:22. So in this candle, of course, and 140. So in this candle. So we don't know what we don't know what the reference prices were, and I'm not even going to worry about it. But yeah, I mean everybody should remember that one. Everybody should. I certainly do. Influencers are in hiding. Where is Tony and Trey? I don't know where Tony. I don't know. Good question. But check this out too. Okay, look at the volume. It's going to be right up here in this area. I need one of those highlight things on my mouse, but or it'll be right there. So on the candle I'm hovering over. So these are 30-minute candles. 85 million shares in the first 30 minutes. 45 million, 32, 38, 50, 88, 66, 71, etc. The lowest 30-minute period during the trading hours was the 2:30 period with 21.35 million shares traded in that 30-minute period. So, in the first hour, you're over 100 million shares. In 30-minute periods on June 2nd, AMC was trading more shares in 30-minute periods than it has in the entire day as of late. What doesn't that put it in perspective? Of course, you're going to have, okay, um, a candle that literally spans over 30% in a 30-minute period. I mean, apes can do averages, right? That's an average of 1%. I mean, not really, but every minute, but not really. But anyway, for ape math, it's okay. When you have 88.298 million shares trading in that 30-minute period, so it's not, you know, that hard to see where the volatility was here. And of course, you're going to have these halts. So, and here's the other ones on June 3rd, and then after that, that's it. No more halts until later on. Um, why wasn't there a halt here? Well, I mean, these are 30-minute candles, so this. We're looking at this 23% over, an hour and a half or so. So there are more specifications to those halts that we saw. Um, and I hear the arguments now. Well, the reason they set it up that way is so that they can exploit it. The whole reference price thing, the average, blah blah blah. It's all bullshit, so that they can manipulate it. Okay, okay. I mean, there's no proof of any of this stuff. All we know is what the rule is, and we can see it being applied. So I don't. Even Jeff Forbes agrees. Even Jeffrey Forbes agrees. Uh, Day traders were letting it fly to get max payouts. So here's AMC from today. That's a pretty steep sell off. I mean, I mean you're in the $6 range, but still, you know, 10% or so. Is that what it says? It says 7.66. Yeah. Well, from here, but of course, gapped up. Love the gap and crap. Gap and crap. So we call that, I think. So, yeah, a lot of nonsense here. Let's keep going. So, well, let me find something that we find another element here of the state of the grift. So, get this in here. Let's see. Writing the code from scratch. Okay, here we go. So this was on Reddit. I guess I could just go to Reddit, but anyway, just joined y'all last month after watching from the sidelines. This will put me at XXX and I have a bit of each check planned to buy AMC. I'm joining in. I'm joining in. They're joining in the fun. Buy 50 shares of AMC, market order, yada, 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 today. So the state of the grift is so strong, in fact, so strong that there are new apes, apparently, if you believe Reddit, being minted every day. Well, at least there was here. 100 shares. Yes, they have 100 shares. This will put them at XXX. Um, I think we can deduce from that this would put them at 100 or 102 or something like that. So this is a big accomplishment for them. Let's all recognize that. So, but I mean, my first question was, is this even credible? Is this even credible? I mean, I guess so. We have to take I hate tomatoes at their word, but and honestly, I'm not a big fan of tomatoes, but I wouldn't say I hate them. Um, anyway, just joined last month, so October, presumably. They joined in October. They joined the movement here in this month here. So somewhere in here, they joined the movement. Um, so that's the state of the grift is that strong, I guess. I don't know. Hi, Chris. Let's see. What's hot on Reddit? Yeah, here it is right here. Just join, yada, yada, yada. This person is proud to be officially in the Triple X club. I don't make a lot of money at all, and it has been a goal of mine to become a Triple X holder. I mean, that's the goal. That's the goal. You, this thing is dragging on so long that people are setting goals that are other than like making money. It's been a goal of mine to become a Triple X holder, and I just reached that mark today. I hit some bets over the weekend and last night. I hit some bets over the weekend and last night, and I'm now well into the triple X's on the equity units and just reached the triple X mark on the original shares. Wow. I mean, that is quite an accomplishment from Big Balls Box. Well, they're not clearly they're diamond balls. God, not leaving but buying more every week. Oh my God. Well, that's good. It's a good job. Nothing has changed. Same plan for me. Buy, hold, and repeat. Oh yeah. Ortex here. Ortex here. Ortex guy here. Short interest and shares on loan rising nicely for both AMC and APE. Rising nicely. Then why am I seeing negative numbers here? Percent change from 7 days ago is down actually, but who cares about the direction, the sign? I mean, 3%. Yeah, it's changing nicely. Um, Borrowed shares today. I'm sorry, returned shares today, 5.5 million, 5.5 million. Remember that 5.5 million. I think that will come in handy for the next self debunk. 5.5 million shares returned today. Okay, so it's. I mean, the short interest is boring as hell. I mean, look at Ape too. They they don't even want to short this one anymore. Although they did borrow 2.63 million shares, so clearly they're trapped. I talked about my AMC paying dividends a few weeks ago when my dividends tracker picked it up and then disappeared the day after. It's back. It's back. Dividends back, apparently. Uh, there's a new class action suit against Robinhood for freezes they placed on certain stocks, including AMC. Sign up here. I mean, okay, bought 32 more shares. Who cares? Remember, you haven't lost a single penny until you sold. I realize that it's sometimes rough looking at the red in your account, but since they are unrealized losses, then it means almost nothing. Yeah, it means almost nothing. The day you sell, and if you sell for a loss, then there will be nothing you can do about it after you hit that sell button. Not financial advice, but I'm not taking a loss for these guys, period. These guys, meaning AMC, not taking a loss for these guys. I'm not going to do it. Triple X is a club. It is a club, Model 3 dude, and you're not in it. I'm assuming you could be. I don't think so. Short interest in FTDs. I'll hold I'll hold for him. I heard shorts love to borrow shares just to pay cost to borrow max. They don't even sell them back to the market. Wow. What I saw something earlier. It said, "Oh yeah, it was the other fucking ortex guy." I think it probably was on new then. I guess probably not. Um, I think it was the afternoon one. Yeah, Ortex guy here with your 11-1 midday Ortex update. AMC plus ape. Short interest in shares on loan going up. Shares it short interest and apes are shit out of luck going up for AMC at credit card cost to borrow rates. Look at that. Look at this fucking chill. Credit card cost to borrow rates. Yeah, it's a good thing that everybody only puts $6 worth of charges on their fucking credit card. Credit card cost to borrow rates and flat for ape. Hedgy. If nothing was learned, nothing was taught. I mean, the irony is just apes have won. Absorb this lesson. I mean, no, apes have not won. You literally have somebody talking about it's not a loss until you sell. It's not a loss until you sell. So like the 4 cents that you have left in your account, it means nothing. It means next to nothing. It literally means nothing. Okay. Um Vortex guy with an updated FTD and lending chart covering the last year. Oh boy, the last year, such a wonderful fucking period of time. Well, okay. Now wait a minute. We have we have this green or whatever candle. That's security lending volume. We have failure to deliver. That's orange, and AMC price in USD fittingly in red. Which it's actually candles, but whatever. I mean, or text. So who cares? You know, AMC price in USD is red. The price is red. That's all that matters. Um, so what is the yellow in here? Is that the volume of trading? What is the yellow? I see three colors down here. Vortex sucks. Um, Tony D come out to play. Oh, Tony is being called out by Model 3 dude. But you're on your home turf, Model 3 dude. I don't think that those calls will be answered. I could be wrong. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there's credit card cost to borrow rates. Credit card cost to borrow rates. I love that. Um, our grandparents in 1929. It will happen again, but hopefully the apes are more prepared. Mm, Newly colored images. New York Federal Reserve Bank of New York raised the interest rate from 5 to 6%. From 5 to 6 sparked panic in investors. So many parasols, so many hats, so much class. Well, I guess except for here. Here's an appropriate photo. This is the apes right here. This is an ape. Um, Probably. Police are seen attempting to calm hunger marchers in Philadelphia. Attempting to calm. Divide and conquer is real. So is their desperation. GameStop valuation widens lead against AMC, Bed Bath and Beyond. Oh yeah, desperation. So they have to put out hit pieces. Uh, BMO Capital initiated coverage on AMC with an outperform rating. Is that so? BMO Capital initiated coverage on AMC with an outperform rating. The price target for AMC Entertainment is set to 650. AMC Entertainment earned 20 cents in the second quarter compared to 71 cents in the year ago quarter. The current stock performance of AMC shows a 52-week high of 34.33 and a 52-week low of 5.47. Moreover, at the end of the last trading period, the closing price was at $6.66. Outperform at 650. I obviously don't agree with their price target, which is basically the 52-week low, but they are admitting they see the strength developing and on a fundamental play. Strong fundamentals will always create stronger shareholder value. What textbook did they copy that out of? When institutions buy and hold, it helps retail and squeeze out the shorts in the process too. When institutions buy and hold. So now institutions buying and holding, that is good. It helps retail and it squeezes out the shorts in the process because, the institutions are buying. What in the hell are they talking about here? What the fuck? Let's talk about the rate hike coming for sure tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, 75 basis points. 75 basis points. I mean, it's a done deal as far as I know, right? Let's look at the Fed fund futures and see if it's changed at all. I think it was 87% earlier. CME FedWatch tool. No ape ever been to this site before. I would be willing to bet. I don't know. Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't want to. I don't. Well, never mind. 88.2%. 88.2%, which is down from a week ago, but up from a day ago. So last week it was like, yeah, 96%, 75 basis points. Yesterday it was a little bit less certain. Today it's more certain. Oh, that crazy bond market. The the uh the adults in the room. They don't even have 100 basis points on here as a possibility. So next month though, next month. So let's see. Um that will the 75 will take us to, oh yeah, okay, 375. Okay, so we'll be at 375 to 400. Um, so we've got everything from 50, 75, or no, 25, 50, and 75. And 75 has the highest probability, 48%, which is down from yesterday. So so they became less certain about the 75. Wait, did it just change again? Now it's 83. I thought it was 80. I don't know. Well, in any case, it's going to be 75 basis points, almost certainly. Elon messed it up. Elon messed it up. Meh, meh. Hi, Lynn. Some men just want to see the world burn. Bad back. Well, he lives in Baltimore. Just kidding. I live in Cleveland. It's hard out there for a pimp. Okay. I didn't even read this. AMC will never get to $60 again. Never get close to $60 again. $20 apes will run to sell faster. Oh boy. I'm not gonna read and I'm not gonna read it, but I agree with it. Not soon enough. Now that I know how to play the game, the world isn't a trick anymore. The world is a game to be played. Let it burn. Let it burn. Okay. So let's see. BMO Capital. BMO Capital. Okay. BMO Capital. Great. Okay. Canadian. I wonder if Peter Hahn has anything to do with that move. They control the price. We control when it's over. Then why is it still going on, Casey? Why haven't you ended it yet? If you're really in control, why would you put yourself and everyone else through it? Well, Stimulate and Trade has a Fed video, but I don't need it to watch it. Let's see. Oh my. US boots on the ground in Ukraine. Hedge funds redemptions continue. AMC Ape Q4 will shock the world. This is going to be horrible. I just know it.
Welcome, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to hear my trading.
Okay. Please let there be. Okay. Where is Joey? Oh, Joey's long gone. Joey is long gone. He fell off the He fell off the ride a long time ago, I would imagine. I don't know. And yes, the up the downvote dislike count thing works. It does work. It is working properly. I compared it with my videos, what I can see on the dashboard and what it shows publicly with this plugin, and it matches. So this is accurate. This is another indication of a strong grift, state of the grift being strong. We're not seeing a lot of dislikes. Now, there is a bit of a maybe like, um, I don't know, technical asterisk there because you used to be able to see the downvotes. Now you can't see the downvotes, most people, unless you're a member of the Scott Allen Bear Investing Society. But uh, I think there's a psychological thing because when you could see the downvotes, I think it meant more. Now you can't see it, so people might not think it's worth it to do it, or they might know that it counts as engagement, just pretty much the same as an upvote. So the best thing to do is not to engage with it. Don't finish watching it. Don't leave a comment. Don't upvote or downvote. Just like slide out, slither out. Yeah, lurkers. Where are the lurkers? I mean, they're lurking, I guess, but I mean, come on. You know that you've wanted to say something here. You probably, isn't the first stream. Maybe it is the first stream, first exposure to Scott fucking Allen. Um, maybe you're Jeff Forbes. I'm trying to learn something else that you can put in a video of your own and not give credit to the dude who taught you about it. In any case, whether you're whoever or Jeff Forbes learning so he can influence, get in the chat and say something. I mean, are you adults or are you apes? You know, let let's get some engagement with the lurkers. Come on, lurkers. Okay.
And market updates. This is Uncle Frank, and I'm not a financial advisor, nor is any of the content to be construed as financial advice. This channel is
Okay,
for
got it.
entertainment purposes only. Please remember to hit the like button if you enjoyed the presentation, and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you're
Presentation.
alerted when I have new information to share. So now let's get into the latest updates. Hey, welcome back, everybody. According to Zero Hedge, Pentagon confirms U.S. boots are on the ground in
Oh,
Ukraine.
according to
Quote,
Zero Hedge, what did I call them? The Drudge Report for finance junkies. That's what this is. The the Drudge Report for finance junkies. I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know what to think about Tyler Durden here, but
small number of U.S.
okay.
military forces inside Ukraine have recently begun doing on-site inspections to ensure that Ukrainian troops are
Did
properly accounting
Reuters
for the
have this? Did the
Western-provided
AP
weapons
have
they
this?
receive,
Did
a
UPI
senior
even
U.S.
have
defense
this?
official
I don't
told
know.
Pentagon reporters on Monday.
Why are we getting our
The reason I distrust that explanation are headlines like these. Pentagon downplays $7
oh,
billion in U.S. military equipment left in
now wait a minute. This took a very different turn here. So we went from the Drudge Report to something else.
troops are properly accounting for the Western provided weapons they receive, a senior U.S. defense official told Pentagon reporters on Monday. The reason I distrust that explanation are headlines like these. Pentagon downplays $7 billion in U.S. military equipment left in Afghanistan. The fall of the U.S.-backed government in Afghanistan gave Taliban fighters access to more than $7 billion
Oh,
worth of American military equipment,
this
according
is
to
why.
data in a report submitted this
So
week
we're
to
going to
U.S.
compare something
lawmakers
completely
and
different.
confirmed
Got
by
it.
the Pentagon.
Got it.
If you're one of my listeners, I'm sure you've heard me say
And not
before that
explain it. That is a really despicable technique of manipulation right there, honestly. Um, I guess I used to call this in the old days of the channel, the first channel when I when I did what I did last night, like every day, which is crazy because it takes so goddamn long, but it is fun. It's more fun when you don't have to work. No, when you don't have to go to work the next day. I didn't have to before. But anyway, um, juxtapositional um, uh, shit. What did I call it? Juxtapositional assumptions or juxtapositional suggestions or things just being next to each other, making an assumption, making an implication, juxtapositional implication, I think is what I called it. But here's why I don't trust this because of this other thing that's probably not related very much at all, except they both involve the military overseas somewhere, right? And corruption or money lost or some negative thing. So you know, feel negative about it. Feel be fearful. Don't be distrustful. That's the implication. I don't really like it. I don't care for
For
it.
over a year and a half, I have been saying
Shitty technique.
that it's the hedge funds that will see the inside of a bankruptcy court before AMC theaters ever will. You see, AMC has somewhere around $1 billion in checking, and also with the advent of the 8
Oh,
preferred
great.
share,
Awesome.
can raise money
That's
at
great.
will. Not only that, we are looking at probably the best fourth quarter in the company's history.
What?
But how are the
Why?
hedge
How?
funds actually doing? I mean, I really enjoy this cartoon. It shows hedge funds Tyborn, Tiger Global, Anchorage, Mudrick, Melvin, Archegos. What's happened to them over the past year? It's not AMC that's in trouble. It's the hedge funds and the prime brokers like Credit Suisse that back them. But let's do the math. Let's see the receipts. From
Okay,
pension,
yeah, some more of that juxtapositional implication there. Oh, Credit Suisse, you know, throw them in there. Chris serial lurker. Yeah, he is, but he gets a pass on that. I mean, he's been here a long time. Scott, let's make some soap later tonight after we raid some liposuction trash cans. Your Bud Tyler. Yeah. Oh my. Um, I mean, I really, I used to like. I mean, I probably still do. I haven't seen it in years, but I mean, I watched. There was a time when I watched the Fight Club pretty much weekly, or at least a couple times a month. And I had a friend. I used to have a friend, and that's what we did some nights. Anyway, late nights in a recording studio over. What are you gonna do in your 20s? Watch Fight Club, of course, and The Big Lebowski, and American Movie, and Waiting for Guffman. That was the rotation. But okay.
And investments. Headline: Investors pulled $26 billion from hedge funds in Q3. Institutional investors pulled out an estimated $26 billion from hedge funds in the third quarter of 2022. That's according to a report from HFR, the research firm tracking the global hedge fund industry. The withdrawal was attributed by HFR to, quote, the volatility and positioning for generational inflation and increased likelihood of an economic recession.
Caused by AMC.
This headline might sound similar to the
Jesus.
last, but the article goes far deeper. Pay attention. Hedge funds suffer further outflows in Q3. Reuters. Investors pulled an estimated $26 billion from hedge funds during the third quarter. But that comes on top of a $27.5 billion outflow in the second quarter. That's the first time that hedge funds have seen consistent outflows from one quarter to the next since the height of the COVID pandemic in 2020. According to the data provider, the outflows were driven by a $12.4 billion decline in assets from hedge funds that take bets on equity markets. However, money flowed out of every kind of hedge fund strategy, even if it was performing well. Think about that. And how are things going so far in the fourth quarter for the hedgies? Headline: Illinois teachers pull $264 million from quant hedge fund investment as additional alt allocations are announced. The Illinois Teachers Retirement System has fully redeemed a $264 million investment with quantitative hedge fund manager PDT Partners from its $4.3 billion diversifying strategies
the
portfolio,
market's down
which includes hedge
20%
funds
or
and
whatever.
risk parity strategies.
So
people, it's not just the second quarter. It's not just the third quarter, but the redemptions continue in the fourth quarter. So what have the hedge funds been doing while institutions keep redeeming their money? I'll show you. Headline from Bloomberg: Hedge funds dive into junk bonds as distress spreads in corporate debt. From the article,
67.
hedge funds have boosted their U.S. junk holdings to the highest since the pandemic began, while pension funds scale back amid growing worry about corporate debt. Hedge funds boosted their high-yield holdings to about 14.5% from 12.5% last year.
Blah, 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 blah.
Hedge fund redemptions reached an unusual high in September.
Ooh,
okay,
institutional
on the surface,
investor.
that doesn't
That's
sound
a
that
good
bad,
one.
right? Let's dig deeper. Well, guess what, guys? When people keep redeeming money from hedge funds, do you know what the hedge funds have to do? They have to cut their leverage.
Short
Headline
AMC.
from Bloomberg last week: Hedge funds are slashing leverage to weather the market slump. Hedge funds have cut portfolio leverage this year in a conservative turn that has sucked borrowed money from global markets, adding selling.
I love how like hedge funds is so general. You know, it's AMC is being shorted by hedge funds. All these articles are about hedge funds, so it all applies.
Complete secrecy.
It's all related.
Extremely hard to believe that a hedge fund controlling over $96 billion in assets at Credit Suisse.
We got to go back and pick this up at the beginning. Crystal ball. Such an astute observer of the markets here.
Reached on only a small number of occasions over the past decade. Let that sink in, guys. You can't stay short forever, can you? It gets expensive. And Cristobal brings up a good point about
AMC.
our hedge fund pals that get to operate.
Those credit card cost to borrow rates don't mean much when the underlying equity is $6. Yeah, when's the last time you had a $6 credit card balance? Talking to the apes.
In complete secrecy. Post: Extremely hard to believe that a hedge fund controlling over $96 billion in assets at Credit Suisse would not have bought or sold any securities in 3 months. I get the filings are delayed, but they should be filing more often than this. Are they exempt or breaking rules? He answers his own question. Funds can submit requests to the SEC for confidential treatment. Portions of the 13F can be kept confidential if request is granted by who? The SEC. Maybe this is why funds like Credit Suisse and Motley Fool barely ever file 13Fs. Man, it don't.
What? Hold on now.
Can be kept confidential if request is granted by who? The SEC. Maybe this is why funds like Credit Suisse and Motley Fool barely ever.
Funds like Credit Suisse and Motley Fool. Yeah, okay. That's apples to
file
apples
13Fs. Man, it only gets worse, right? So maybe it's a new thing for the.
I mean, wait a minute. What? What? These people not. Oh my God. So here's somebody who does not understand I get the filings are delayed. Extremely hard to believe a hedge fund controlling 96 billion in assets would not have bought or sold any securities in 3 months. Okay, it says the last reported 13F was for Q2. So when do the filings come out? They come out 45 days after the end of the quarter. Um, looking at a calendar here. Yeah, so wouldn't that be middle of November? We're not quite there yet. Let's see here. We'll do that Cineworld video next here.
It gets worse, right? So maybe it's a new thing for the hedgies. If we can't take away the buy button, maybe we'll abuse the halt system. Here's a post from Stephanie. When one
Here
of
we
their
go.
IPOs runs
Here we go.
1,000% plus, the halts don't stop momentum at all. It's very
Oh, well, guess what? Well,
interesting. When retail stocks
keep
run
going.
10, 20%, they halt and stop our momentum. Can we say crime halts? Well, I can't really disagree with Stephanie because
Well, then you're
yesterday
wrong.
GME got halted. As soon as it reopened, it went
Ay,
straight
ay,
down.
ay.
But what else happened? LLAP was up 25%. SONN up 31%. EFSH up 76%. And guess what? No halts.
Well, guess what? The eh, Again, this guy loves apple to apple comparisons. This is one of his tricks. Wow, one of his devices, one of his manipulation devices here is comparing things that are not even close to being comparable. I mean, we went through that whole thing last night, and we went through one example of a tier one security, but there are tier two securities, and the halt rules are different. And if it's not listed on an exchange, and I don't know if this is, well, it's Nasdaq. I don't know the other tickers he mentioned. I don't even care because I can tell you right now, stock is under $3, and that is a different category. So, I mean, yeah, this is just surface level bullshit.
My listeners know that it's not about left and right with me, it's about
Oh,
truth.
really?
A post today from Charles
Why does every right winger I know or have known say that exact fucking line? Oh, it's not about left or right. It's about right and wrong. Yeah. And who's
Payne.
right?
There is a name for the type of government that caps profits and forces businesses to do what they want.
So in one, oh my God. Wow. Okay.
Truth. A post today from Charles Payne. There is a name for the type of government that caps profits and forces businesses to do what they want. President Biden said he'd seek to impose higher taxes on oil companies that record windfall profits without reinvesting in production. Your boy immediately replied, wake up, quote, at the gas tank, integrated oil companies make about 7 cents per gallon. Meanwhile, the government extracts more than 48 cents on average per gallon. That's
Well,
right,
the price,
Uncle Sam.
I mean, the price must have been really elevated then for these companies to make what they did. Okay. The irony here to me is that, okay, here's Charles Payne, implying socialism, communism, whatever their, cracked out conception of like yeah, a socialist left leaning government, left wing type of government. Yet the apes continually claim like they want the government to force the squeeze. They want the government to step in. They want this and that. They are, they rail against these institutions that have a lot of capital to throw around. The hedge funds that have billions of dollars. Um, but when it's something like this, it's
Sam takes
socialist.
nearly 7 times more.
Okay,
To
like the
all
double
of you who
standards
have
are
never
just
heard of the Paramount Decree. Now, this article is from January of 2022 and is titled Why Movie Theaters Could Be the Next Big Acquisition Target. Point number 1, the
AMC
Paramount Decree
going to.
sunsets in
Oh my God,
August of 2022,
this
allowing
is from
studios to
January
legally own
of
movie
this year.
theaters. Point number 2, theaters are struggling amid mountains of debt and declining ticket
Yeah,
sales. Well, that was due to the
so
pandemic.
the
And
studios
point
want to
number
take on
3,
that debt.
but
Then
studios may still want to keep more of their biggest hits box office. Now, from the article, in 1948, the Disney button after this slide if you enjoyed the presentation. Subscribe to the channel.
okay, wow, that was cool. Let's see. We have a short video here. Let's see what we got here. See what we got. Ryan Hodges. Remember this guy.
Hey guys, hope you all had a great day today. Hope you're having a good week so far. Hope you had a good Halloween and that you guys got out there and got a bunch of candy. Guys, it was a red day today. I'm not worried about it. I'm never worried about red days because I know what I hold and I know
Wow.
that I'm.
Is this the kitchen cabinet guy? Uh, we watched a video by a guy who was sitting in a kitchen cabinet showroom, countertops or something, and I think it might be the
Holding
same
for
guy.
you and you're holding for me. Guys, I'm never going to let you guys get discouraged about it if I can. If I can help you guys.
Here's a guy who watched Barney when he was a
That's
kid.
what I'm here for. Always, always, always stay positive. The more we read the DD, the better off we're going to be. Guys, I did not intend for that to rhyme. It just kind of happened. I hope you have a great night.
It must be true then.
And I'll see you guys soon. We will talk.
Stay positive spelled incorrectly.
Tomorrow.
Okay. Jesus. Okay, Frankie. I gotta be careful when I say that, then my cat comes over here because that's his name. He was named Frankie first.
Hey, what's up? This Frank. Let me say I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I say in this video for entertainment purposes only. Whatever I say in this video is my opinion, may not necessarily be factual.
Let him
sell,
do
or
his
hold the stock
disclaimer
because
just
of
so
anything that I say in
nobody's
this video.
confused.
First, let me send my condolences out to the Migos, Takeoff and his family. I heard that Takeoff, he returned to Allah. He was murdered in Houston. May Allah grant him a place in paradise. And I know, man, a lot of people, they hurting right now because, he's an icon and he's a giant to a lot of people. So like I said, I want to send my condolences out to their community. Man, lately we've been having rappers to get killed back to back. Some of them is high profile rappers. And my thing is, man, when you reach a certain level, a certain status, and you make, certain type of money, you gotta learn how to protect your money. You gotta learn how to protect yourself.
Life-changing money?
You see what I'm saying?
Generational wealth,
streets,
perhaps?
It's not forgiving out here. So you gotta protect yourself. Look, when it comes to our short squeeze play, you're gonna always have injustices taking place in our society, wrongdoing. And some of the people, man, that experience those wrongdoings or those injustices, some of the people gonna say, you know what? I see they doing me wrong. They doing us wrong. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. I don't want to fight it. Although I know it's affecting me. They have an apathetic attitude. Some of it may be just fear, but they're not gonna do anything about it. But then you're gonna have those people in society that say, you know what, man, I see what you're doing. It's wrong. I'm not gonna let you do it. I'm gonna stand up to you. You're gonna always have those type of people. And those are the type of people that you have.
That's the apes. Oh, I knew it. You guys are so brave.
Short squeeze play.
So brave.
The diamond hand apes, they saw and they see exactly what 1%ers are doing in the stock market. So we made a decision along with AMC retail investors to stand up to the criminal activity in the stock market, the fraud, and illegal naked shorting. And we're not going to let anybody make us as diamond hand apes and AMC retail investors feel bad about fighting the short sellers. It doesn't matter, man, what type of propaganda they put out there. You see what I'm saying? We're not going to, man, buy into the narrative that the AMC movement is bullshit, like some people would say. We know better than that, and we know
Some
what
people.
we're doing is bringing about a change, and it's being effective. You see what I'm saying? You know, we're defeating the short sellers.
What?
We're winning. And diamond hand apes are
Oh my God.
we're not going to dim our light just to make other people feel comfortable. We're not going to stop fighting the short sellers, the hedge funds, and the 1%ers just to make haters and shields feel good about themselves. You see what I'm saying, man? We at war with the 1%ers. It's just that simple. And we're not going to stop pressing them
Wow.
until we get justice.
At war with the 1%ers. How's that going? I hear you control how long it lasts. Why are you letting this go on so long?
And we get compensated. We're gonna
Question for
keep
Casey Shaw.
applying the pressure. You see what
Where
I'm
you at,
saying?
Casey?
Diamond hand apes, we're not stupid enough to be in this short squeeze play for almost 2 years and just quit
What?
and walk away. We're not finna do that. There's no need
They're
for
not
us.
quitters.
Look, we got the #1 short squeeze play in the stock market. Our short squeeze
What?
play is gonna bankrupt a lot of hedge
Dim your
funds,
light.
bring us life-changing wealth. 4 to 6 figures a share, in my opinion.
Light
when
bulb
our short
changing
squeeze
wealth.
pop off. Ain't no other play man finna do that. GME is a giant.
I mean, is it really fitting to do that, though?
It's gonna do good. But man, in my opinion,
Oh,
we
it's going
got
to
the
do good.
#1 short squeeze play in the stock market. You see what I'm saying? And see, we don't have the luxury as diamond hand apes just quitting, just standing up and just.
Oh, the responsibility is such a burden. It's such a burden. I mean, we don't have the luxury of being able to just walk away. No, you you don't have the discernment to just walk away. You don't have the skill to know when to walk away. That's what you don't
walk
have.
away from the play. See,
Good
we've had
Lord,
a lot of people to
sir.
leave the short squeeze play, but those individuals, man, they were never apes. They might have made it seem like
Us
they were
versus
apes,
them.
but they were.
This guy is a cult fanboy. I mean, he's hitting all the check boxes
Never
of
apes.
cult
You see what
language
I'm
here.
saying? So they got
Good
up and they
Lord.
just walked away from the short squeeze play. But the thing is, as diamond hand apes, we don't have that type of luxury, because if we walk away from the short squeeze play, then what we're doing, we're quitting on millions of retail investors. We're quitting on our families, and we're quitting on our friends. You know, and we destroying the ability to put ourselves, you know, in the position to make life-changing wealth. And we're not finna do
Because
that.
that's the only opportunity in the market. Yeah, AMC. So Reed coming through with the thought-provoking question, the thought-provoking statement. You know, Frankie, if you think about wealth in global terms, chances are if you have money, speculative money at that, invested in the stock market, you're among the top 1 percentile. Hmm. So you got to think globally. Think globally and act locally, but think globally in terms of you know, your position. That's very interesting. And no, Model 3 dude, we can't. We cannot. Nobody can tell you that. It's like, what does San Diego mean? Nobody knows.
We're
Nobody
really not
knows.
finna do it by just chasing other short squeeze plays. You know, getting involved in these plays that people getting in, you know, and jumping from one play to another. No, we got the #1 short squeeze play in the stock market. So we're not finna do that. You see what I'm saying? So
Why would you
we're
go to
gonna
that other
continue to
cult?
fight
We
in
have a
our
good
short
cult right
squeeze
here.
play. And see, all you gotta do is just be patient and just diamond hand. And really, to be honest with you, when it comes to our short squeeze play, most of the paper hands are gone. Really, the only
What?
thing you got left It's
Oh,
down
just
ahead
wait.
apes. Just continue to buy and hold and get your money, man. Thank you for taking time out to watch the video. Have a nice day.
Okay. Well, actually, I wanted.
Only thing you got left.
So remember, 5.5 million.
It's not financial advice, it's not legal advice for entertainment, educational purposes only, and everything I say is my opinion.
Wouldn't be a
Doesn't make
Scott fucking
any
Allen video if
financial
we didn't
decision
look
based
at
on anything
Donnie.
I say in this
Oh
video.
yeah, it's
That being
Donnie.
said, hit the like button, subscribe button, that YouTube algorithm stuff should give it a put them out. So you don't think see I'm analyzing that data, but I tell every day the data released us is false. When it gets a false narrative, the market
Data release is
keep
false.
us off balance. Listen, it's about maybe 7 o'clock, 7:30, and these bad actors, these hedges, and their co-conspirators, they already got over 2 million counterfeit shares in play to legally
What?
manipulate the price of AMC. And here's the thing.
Okay. They already have over 2 million shares, counterfeit shares in play. This sounds like some super stonk, or I'm sorry, some Stonko tracker data to me. So let's cruise over there and see if at 7 a.m. it reported 2 million returned shares or shares available for borrowing. Boy, a little bit slow tonight. Let's see. What's weird is the guy in the mirror behind him is facing the same way he is. He always, I'm telling you, he always looks like he's constipated. He's trying to take the biggest shit ever with those faces. I mean, good Lord. Diamond hand. Diamond hand. Okay, let's see. We're on AMC. Oh boy, we need dark mode. Oh, thanks. At least they have, at least whoever made this site, which I still don't know who made it. I've been trying to figure that out for over a year. Put a dark mode in. That's thinking right there. Well, it's not going to let us look back that far, I guess. Crap. Well, shit. It's not going to let us look back that far. Um, but at yeah, I mean, it's no way. I mean, besides Ortex guy over here, he always says that the utilization is 100, so it's not even going to be useful at all. Well, I'm fairly sure that that's what he's looking
The
at.
more counterfeit shares they put in play, the more counterfeit shares that the AMC apes keep buying.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's very deep. The more counterfeit shares they put in play, the more counterfeit shares that AMC apes are buying. Logical. Hey, Antoinette, look, it's the queen of profits. It is the, net profits here is in the house. Um, hell of a day
And at
yesterday.
this great price, under $7, you have a lot of people that are doubling and tripling down in their portfolio. You have people that started with 500 shares, now they got 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 shares. Everybody knows what we hold. I know what I hold, and I know the
Pile of
value
shit.
of it. And they're not gonna get it for these ridiculously low prices. And here's the thing. Here's
You
one thing
saw
we gotta
nothing
remember.
like that.
No matter what price they illegally push
I sent the share
AMC
printer
down
back
to,
to Ken
no
last
matter what
week.
price they illegally
Okay,
push ape down to, it doesn't matter. Because the
doesn't.
minute they start to cover, the price goes to the moon. And as long as we remember that, we can just sit back and relax and enjoy this journey. We can sit back
Enjoy
and
the
relax and
journey.
enjoy this journey. They can play all the games they want. They can spread all the FUD they want. They could illegally manipulate the price all they want. And the SEC could keep not doing their job. The DTCC could keep not doing their job. FINRA could keep not doing their job. CFTC could keep not doing their job. But all of this doesn't matter because we're
Yes,
doing what
the
Warren
road to
Buffett said.
poverty.
Find a company you like and hold and hold and hold because you know it's going to do great. I believe AMC is a great company. I believe they have great
It sure
fundamentals.
sounded
And I believe
like
they're going to get better
he was
and
at a
better and
Denny's.
better. So when I
Thought I
got to
heard dishes
manipulate the
clanging.
price down, you know what I think? What a great buying opportunity. That's all I think. This is a great
Oh,
buying
dear.
opportunity, and it makes the floor even higher. Every time I see millions and millions of counterfeit shares able to short, I know that they
Able to
are
short.
in
There it is.
trouble.
Yep. That's what he was doing. He was looking at one of those interactive brokers charts that shows the shares available, and it said 2 million shares available at 7 this morning. And by the way, I mean, I said this before, but I'll say it again. We'll look at it again. Ortex guy with the closing bell update, or I guess we could look at the opening bell update or whatever it's called. Are there any honest regulators left? Yeah, no. They all left in the 50s, late 50s. Opening bell Ortex. Okay. Here we go. Well, utilization's always 100%, so you can't go off that shit. I don't know what time this was actually posted, so I'm not sure really how useful that is. But anyway, we'll just go to the closing bell then, because who cares? Yeah, return shares at the end of the day was 5.5 million. So, and that's just today. Like during the day, I think they reset at 7. I think they reset at 7 or 8. I forget. But anyway, there's millions of shares returned, so who cares? Is he a dishwasher? Maybe. The floor is on fire. He's at Reginald Denny's where they separate the. Oh, God. Chris. I mean, keep it coming, man. Between you and Manny, you're gonna get me kicked off YouTube if I say what you put in chat, but I can put it on the screen. Then I didn't say it. Although, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, no. It's it's just like okay, so 2 million shares were returned. They became available to borrow. So let's just call those counterfeit shares because why not? Because why not? Dr. Metzler just dropped a big one on AMC stock. Oh boy, Dr. Metzler. I mean, I know fucking finance news, but I mean, nobody else is talking about Metzler. Look,
What's
it's
up, Ape
Clay.
Nation? Clay from
It's
Finance News
Clay.
here. Thank you so much for joining us today and for your support. I'm back with a huge AMC update. Fintel has shown AMC moving in the right direction as the short squeeze is closer than ever. Be sure to stick around,
Oh,
but before I get into it, click that thumbs up button
always
and
closer
subscribe
than
to the
ever.
channel. I have some great news, guys. Our sponsor, Moo wants to give you $10 cash plus 15 free stellar.
15 free stocks.
Be
here we
sure to
go.
do it ASAP. Tweets. Guys,
Okay.
check this out. Beach Bums Cali tweets, how does it feel like hedge funds are laughing?
The apes are counterfeit adults. Yeah. Yeah. And Antoinette is shorting AMC. Now I'll close my position by Friday. Might as well wait until Monday.
In
Make
the
some more
office
money.
right now about making the price 666 on Halloween.
Counterfeit shorting.
AMC started out Monday morning in the pre-market hours by rocketing
Antoinette is naked shorting AMC. There's like extra comma in that
upwards
sentence.
alongside Ape and GameStop as the hedge funds once again lost control of the price and the apes continued to load up on AMC shares. Given that Monday was Halloween, the price that we hovered around was telling, and while the hedge funds are in fact growing weaker, they still have a degree of influence over the price.
I always do all my
This ability
trading
to move it up and down has slowed
in
as
the
of late,
nude.
both in the pre-market hours as well as during the normal trading session. Volume has been increasingly low, despite the fact that on Monday, we were right back to where we were a few months ago. This once again validates the thesis that any solid volume day will result in AMC closing in the green, and with enough volume, the likelihood of a massive rocket upwards in the price combined with FOMO buying and the leverage that the hedge funds are sitting on will trigger the mother of all short squeezes. Over the past several weeks, there have been plenty of pieces of evidence that AMC is headed in the right direction, whether on the chart or as a company in general. And as we continue to move closer,
where the fuck
the
is
data
Metzler?
only looking more solid.
God
TGS
damn.
Trades tweets, according to Fintel, AMC has moved up 29 spots on the leaderboard and now has a gamma squeeze score of 93.78.
According to Fintel, AMC has moved up 29 spots on the leaderboard, guys. Well, what number is it? Which number is it? We just have a cut off fucking screenshot. But it moved up 29 spots. Yeah, it's still in the low 30s.
No dates, but certainly headed in the right direction.
My God.
After enacting Max Payne on Friday and seeing a bit of a gamma ramp on Monday, Fintel reported that the options activity in AMC very well could trigger a gamma squeeze, with AMC moving higher on their ranking.
Yeah, right.
This
A
once
gamma
again shows that
squeeze?
we could see even
What?
more volume over the next several days and weeks. With November's options
these
chain
people.
looking spicy, the likelihood
Like, they know that they're not buying the stock. They know that they're not buying options. So if they're not buying it, who the fuck is buying it? They expect there to be all this volume to cause a gamma squeeze?
of
Come
this
on.
happening is stronger than
Come
ever.
on.
We seem to be in the perfect confluence of events that could
You had a gamma squeeze, potentially. I mean, nobody seems to know what any of this shit was, which is ridiculous. But look, here, this is when things like a squeeze right here. Well, let me go to 30. Let me go to hour, because you have something crazy that happened. Basically, I mean, we looked at 30 minutes before, but we'll look at hours this time. In an hour, there were 78 million shares traded. In an hour, there were 88 million shares traded. In an hour, there were 154.9 million shares traded. In another hour, there were 113 million shares traded. This is 5 times the volume of AMC in an entire day, 5 times that in 1 hour in June 2021. Oh, wow, low. 54 million, only 54 million in an hour. Still 2 to 3 times the daily volume now. What's the average? 19. The average is 19.5 in a day. At this point in time, you had 60 million shares trading in 1 hour. So, that is not happening. It's not going to happen. We've been over why many times. So why would any of this happen? Why would any of this happen?
could drive the price upwards, with the broader market still deeply in the red, meaning that the hedge funds are sitting on less collateral to maintain their margin requirements, as well as indications that several of the counterparties to these hedge funds, including Credit Suisse, are facing major liquidity troubles. The likelihood that one of these dominoes starts to fall is increasing. But the hedge funds are still doubling down on their short positions, not just rolling over the ones that are already open, but clearly opening new ones as they hope that they can regain control of the price. However, even prominent Wall Street insiders believe that something bigger is happening.
Here we
Dr.
go. Here's
Marco
Metzler.
Said,
Yep.
"Is the gamma squeeze knocking at the door? The MOASS is coming." Short gamma positions are very dangerous, and options dealers are aware of this, as it will cause hedgers to sell into falling markets. This means prices will decrease even further, and this will create a sort of loop in which selling does not stop. In other words, this is called a gamma trap. Traders and investors already know that the markets are more volatile when gamma exposures are negative, according to Garrett DeSimone, head of quantitative research at options data firm Option Metrics. What is not so widely known is that markets become significantly more volatile when gamma is at zero. When Street's gamma exposures are neither positive nor negative, volatility is greatest. This does not mean that the so-called short gamma is not the problem, and markets have long thought about this.
What?
But flat gamma, it seems, is the cause for real concern. When gamma reaches flat levels, normal rules will cease to exist, as markets will become totally out of whack.
What the
While
fuck
the hedge
is he
funds have
talking
spent
about?
several months trying to control the price, at the same time they have created a situation in which it is impossible for them to win. It seems like for too long, they were hyper-focused on keeping down the price of AMC in order to convince any apes to sell that were of a paper-handed persuasion, without realizing what was happening in the global financial system around them. This entire situation feels incredibly reminiscent of 2008, where the big banks and hedge funds continued to engage in risky bets without realizing that the derivative instruments that they were engaging in were the very thing that could bankrupt them. And
Or
given that
was
we
it
are now
phase
seeing the
6?
biggest
Yeah,
banks in the
where's
world over
where's
leveraged
AMC
to the tune of
Bigums
$2
at?
quadrillion,
I know he's lurking in the background there, trying to
the
learn some
situation
shit.
this time around seems to be just as precarious, if not more. This is why we've seen the hedge funds fight so hard, doing everything they can to kick the can down the road for one more day without going under. But the apes have managed to maintain their resolve, and no matter what they throw at us, it is clear that we aren't going anywhere. And as we continue to move closer, the FUD is only increasing. Crystalball93 tweets, when MSM
Agreed.
tells you an AMC or GameStop squeeze is imminent, they do this to get ape hopes up so that they can say, looks like the squeeze is off after, and get people to sell. Trust the process.
For
Who
sure.
cares what these experts want us to think? It will run when it's ready to.
This guy,
Just rush it. While
was
we
this guy
have
born
seen
in
several different
93?
tactics utilized by the hedge funds as they try to spread
So
as much
he's
fear,
29?
uncertainty, and doubt as possible, we need to remember that they are just getting started, and chances are we are going to see a
Ah.
massive increase in the near future. It is clear that we are getting close, and while any positive
Roll
news
another blunt, you know? These are good times. These is good times, actually, is the quote. CSI is on some strong weed. Yeah, it might be a little bit more than just weed. Phase 6, how could that not have come through? They were so
was coming out
confident.
with regards to AMC, including when the
I'm
main
sure AMC Bigums has gone over a lot of stuff recently. Going over a lot of stuff.
mainstream media says that a
We'll
short
we'll
squeeze
check
is
him
just
out.
around the corner is good, we also need to remember that it can be weaponized against us. The one thing that
Yes.
we must focus on is what we've done since the beginning, continuing to buy and hold.
Oh,
As long as we
dear.
remember what the DD has said since the beginning, we will make it through
The
on the other
DD.
side. The hedge
Good
funds
old
have had
DD.
every
The DD. AMC Bigums. There we go. Oh, so it separates videos and live now, or I guess he has his set up that way. CBDCS, HFS, Feds, retail is winning, rehypothecation. Look at this fucking chicken scratch bullshit. AMC refinancing debt, new auction rules. Peter Hahn, liquidity drying up, crypto, treasury bonds, Feds. I mean, you know what might be fun actually, like going way back on AMC Bigums like 10 months ago. Just relaxing, smoking, and listening to the lawsuit, Citadel versus SEC. Okay. AMC Bigum's live stream, watching charts. Oh, yay, watching charts. Jackson Hunter interview, how to destroy payment for order flow without government help. How to finally disband Citadel. Jackson Hunter Sunday night chat. I didn't know that they did chat, Sunday night chat. AMC live, Q and Q, Q and Q. QAnon and QAnon, AMC Bigums and Tony DeNaro. What's next for AMC? What's next for AMC? Is Trey still recreating Monty Python skit How Not to Be Seen? I think so. I think so. DD in the Orwellian sense, ignorance is DD. Poverty is fulfilling, and the MOASS is free entertainment. Shiny rocks are diamonds. Shiny gonads are diamond balls. When the apes gonna figure out it was the reptilians who came to Earth with the sole purpose of finding the dumbest life form in the universe and steal all their money. Interesting. When will they figure that out?
DeNaro here
This is probably a mistake.
with AMC Bigums. Wanted to welcome you guys to the collab tonight. I'm glad to have him on and making time to join us. You want to say hi real quick?
I knew it was a mistake. Okay. We have plenty of other videos here. All right. So then we have this, not that, this.
This is not financial advice. It's not legal advice. For entertainment and educational
Oh,
purposes only, and everything I say is my
a double dose of
opinion.
Donnie.
Please don't make any financial decisions
Donnie
based on
double
anything I say in
dose.
these videos. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, or YouTube algorithm stuff. So you can videos I put them out. See what I'm thinking. See I'm analyzing that data. But like I tell you every day,
See how I'm analyzing that data, baby. All right.
6.66 market, so they can compare every day. The data that release us is false. It gives a false narrative of the market, so they can mess with us psychologically. Just like that 6.66 nonsense they did yesterday. Anyway, listen. AMC is heavily manipulated. I mean, the evidence of the manipulation is overwhelming. And then when you look at the numbers of similar type companies, it lets you know that the bad actors need our shares, and they will resort to any type of criminal activity to try to influence us to sell our shares. If you look
Murder?
at
They'll resort to murder?
they filed
Any type.
bankruptcy. They filed bankruptcy. They are on the precipice of never existing again.
Oh. Not true. Not true. Unless anyone who's filed bankruptcy, either as an individual or as part of a company, doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, no, not necessarily, bro.
And they closed higher than AMC. AMC has a majority of the market, a majority of the market share, yet a company with a smaller footprint in the movie industry that filed bankruptcy, stock is...
Yeah, we have to have, there's got to be at least one ape, not the equity unit, one actual physical human ape, to lurking, watching the stream. This is your chance. This is your chance. Come in the chat. Engage with us. Come out of hiding and enlighten us. Tell us how we're wrong. Let you know, let's get involved. Let's get our hands dirty. Let's roll up our sleeves. Let's do the hard work. We can take it. You know, we know how to listen. We're good listeners. Kind of all you have to really do to get, wade through this shit, right? Just listen to it. Yeah, I just noticed that actually, Model 3 dude, that face. Every time they say be sure to like, subscribe to help with that algorithm, I know part of them is not convinced that AMC MOASS is right around the corner. They're looking for that YouTube grift money. Ooh, yeah, probably. But make sure to hit the like button, guys. It doesn't cost you anything, but it makes sure that our message gets out to more people. We're just trying to spread the good news that is
selling for a
MOASS.
lot higher than AMC. And then, if you look at Cinemark, Cinemark.
Cineworld or Cinemark, I don't know. He's saying both, but this is a lizard-free zone, dude.
If you look at Cinemark, and this is just my opinion, please don't buy, hold, or sell on my opinion, they're on the brink of bankruptcy. I mean, this situation is so volatile, so dangerous, that they are attempting to form some kind of alliance with Cineworld. So Cinemark and Cineworld are trying to combine to become probably a new entity. And the only reason that Cinemark
goddamn similar
attempting to merge with Cineworld is because Cineworld owes them $1.4 billion from a lawsuit that was filed, and a judge ruled in their favor. And they know they cannot get the 1.4 billion, because
What the hell is he
Cineworld
talking
doesn't
about?
have it. But what is crazy to me about this is that these two companies, one is already bankrupt, one I believe is on the verge of bankruptcy. They are trading higher than than AMC, and even Cinemark is trading higher than AMC and 8 combined. What does that?
Is hitting the like button similar to holding to zero? Neither cost me anything. That's very true. So average down on that like button, motherfuckers. Average down on it. Love it. Lynn, you're on fire tonight. I know she's on the marijuanas tonight, I think. Antoinette thinks that he's the bad actor. He's the bad actor. Yeah, and he needs to he's obviously he's holding in a, big bowel movement. He needs to go ahead and take care of that. Hey, just told today by an AMC ape that just because I don't tell someone to buy or sell doesn't mean I'm not giving financial advice. So there's other types of financial advice, apparently. Um, yeah. How many lies can Donnie say in one video? Well, the good news is that it's not financial advice. So he's saying 1.4 billion in debt is a lot. Wait till he finds out AMC's debt. Tony is a bad actor. Shit made in a lab by a hippie with a chem degree is the best. Yeah. I get my stuff from Andrew Shulgin. Okay. I'm about to FOMO into that like button. Yes, that's one thing that you can FOMO into safely. You can safely FOMO into the like button. Yes. Tony D is also a bad actor. And Tony D, and Tony, and Tony, and Tony D, and Tony Franzia, Boxed Wolf. I don't know.
Tell you?
Whatever
That
it
tell
is.
you that the market is being illegally manipulated. And like I say every
Yes.
day,
Yes.
the
Yes.
SEC don't need additional resources to see the crimes. They don't need additional resources to see the fraud and
What they need to do is hire you, this bulldog, Donahue George Stocks Real Estate Health. This guy should be in charge of the SEC.
manipulation. All they have to do is
Vote
open
for
their
Donnie.
eyes. That's all they have to do. Open their eyes and look at the data that's readily available to anybody with a smartphone. Okay?
Hmm.
When the SEC claims that they don't have the resources to go after the bad actors, they are talking nonsense. They are just
Talking nonsense. Oh boy. Talking nonsense. Wow. Do it enough and the like button will pay you to hit it. Yeah. That's what happens. Every parent's worst nightmare. Tony is back. He's ready to pump HYMC. Wyckoff Mining. Oh dear. Oh dear.
doing what they do to support their business model, and their business model is to take
Crime.
advantage of retail investors and pension funds and allow the 1%, the hedges, the bad actors, and their co-conspirators to keep taking advantage of us. How in the world is a company that filed for bankruptcy that has a way smaller footprint in the movie industry, how is that stock worth more than AMC? And then you have another company that's even smaller that's on the verge of bankruptcy. And this company is trading higher than AMC and Ape combined. It's absolutely
Wow.
ridiculous to me.
Well, maybe, maybe God. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're not spread so thin, you know? Like, and here we go with these dumbass comparisons, like Reed's saying. The Cinemark comparison is so uninformed. Where to begin? First of all, they don't have, well, I don't even know if AMC has the shared. I can't even say that. Toilet, yeah. Donnie claims to be an author. Anyone here familiar with his work? No, but we may have to look for that. Apes haven't mentioned Overstock in a while. Yeah, it has been a minute for Overstock. Or Patrick Byrne. The only person talking about Patrick Byrne is Al from
It's further
Boston.
evidence of the fraud and manipulation in the market, and hopefully the SEC is shamed into doing their job. But do I think they will? I don't think so. Anyway, hit the like button, subscribe button, all the YouTube algorithm stuff. But leave some comments.
Wow.
Let me know what you think
Okay.
about these two movie companies that one is in bankruptcy, one is on the
Good
verge
for
of
them.
bankruptcy, yet they're trading higher than AMC. If that's not proof of market manipulation, I don't know what is. Anyway, I appreciate y'all enjoying with me. God bless. Have a great day.
Let's see what's going on over at the Italian restaurant. Is he still having dinner? Is he on the fourth course? Oh, it's over.
Quick one, because I got to eat my.
Oh, wait. He's at home? Wait a minute. I was promised an fine Italian dinner. I know who lost the streaming war. He's wearing a t-shirt. He's wearing a fucking t-shirt, playing the piano. What is that? Stop. Oh my God. I didn't know this was a concert. Fuck. Where's the Italian food?
That's not a knife, and I'm going to pull out my sword. This is a knife.
What? Oh God. I don't even want to know what the fucking setup for that joke was. Oh my. Market cap for AMC is 3 times CNK because CNK has a lower float. Bankruptcy is the fastest way to not be broke. True. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I file bankruptcy, does that mean that I'm on the precipice of non-existence? At the precipice of non-existence. That's pretty morbid. Well, I didn't like my dinner. Okay. Halted again? Halted again! Oh my God! All right, Rico. Are we mooning or what? So, Mr. Rico here, I like to pretend I know about macroeconomics. Guys, here we go.
What's going on, everyone? A little update video on Ape. So clearly we didn't keep that $2 level that I wanted to keep today for FOMC meeting. I wanted to trade between $2.
Imagine that. Huh. Wow, the nerve. These market makers.
$2.20.
Criminal
We
actors.
definitely got pushed below that.
Bad criminal actors.
Hitting, I believe, was 184 region. 185 was the bottom today. And we did get a little bit of support at 190 currently. That's where we closed at, about 189. After hours, we're at
$1.89.
And historically, from the low of 148, that's where we did bounce our head off and then broke above and started getting our initial wave up. I did a video for the Discord in regards to waves that could potentially play out.
Oh dear.
This would align with the bullish FOMC meeting. Okay.
Well, yes, of course, because you're gonna. What? Is this guy a fucking pivot retard? Is this guy a pivot retard? Motherfuck.
Okay, so we're gonna have to wait and see. This isn't gonna be we're gonna go, flying up. We could get an impulse wave 5 if it occurs. I'm just letting you know. It obviously is aligning to a catalyst being FOMC meeting. You got to look at the stuff that's happening, right? You got midterm elections coming up. I don't think the Democrats want this to go down. That would really hinder their ability to get some votes. I would expect them to pump the markets up.
So who is sitting out there saying, boy, if the stock market doesn't start going up, I'm not voting for this party or that party? Because everybody knows, especially in the midterm, okay? Nobody fucking votes in the midterm election. Nobody votes in the midterms. Except Republicans. They always vote. But anyway, nobody votes in the midterms. And I mean, I think that people know that the Fed screwed up last year. I mean, in general, the system screwed up last year. The system was screwed up last year, and now we have the effects of that. And here's a chart that's depressing. This one will make you want to be on the precipice of non-existence, probably. It did me. Where is it though? I can't find my non-existence chart. First one or the second one? Bad backs charts. Anyway, I think the first one. Let me get this in here real quick. So this is the money supply chart. The money supply chart. And I'm just reading what Badback put in our chat, Telegram chat. Link to the Telegram chat is in the description. It costs you nothing also, and it's great fun. This is the money supply chart. Since the peak in January 2022, so far the Fed has only decreased the money supply by 1.8%. So if money supply is one of the main causes of inflation, which we know it is because inflation is always a monetary phenomenon. So if money supply is one of the main causes of inflation, this goes to show you how little the Fed has accomplished to this date. And the reference is to 2020 here, what, 15.5 trillion, now sitting at a cool 21 trillion. Since January 2020, down here, the money supply has gone up by 40%. 40%. So that is definitely alarming. And we've talked about that before. We've talked about it. The fact that, yeah, great. You do have interest rate hikes, and there is, what, 90 billion coming off of the money supply every month now, but it was way less earlier this year. It only recently increased to that, and even that's probably not enough. So Audrey says not a lurker, listening while working. Okay, that's fair. It's fair. Thanks for checking in the chat. Appreciate that. Manny voted. Of course you did. Of course, man. Of course. Some of us have to work. They should do it on Saturday like Europe does. Have the goddamn vote on Saturday like they do in Europe. Welcome to the party, the chat. Fed is behind the 8 ball. I would agree. Okay. And you're very welcome. Let's see. Wait, where? Fuck. Oh yeah, Rico. God damn it.
Right? Whether it's keeping this being a 75 BPS hike with potential easing off in the next couple of months.
Why? Is inflation easing off? Has inflation eased off? Don't think so. In fact, if you look at what's happening in Europe currently, in the last couple days, inflation easing off.
To maybe a 0.5, that would be super bullish scenario, or just keeping it to more 75s. And we're just gonna have to listen to Powell, see what he says, and just wait. Right? Nothing. This is just a little update video on what happened today. The pattern that we see here, it is a bit of a falling wedge that we have. Yesterday's price action.
Oh, shut up.
It was yesterday, right? Yes, today's Tuesday. We did get that push up to $2.35. Now, this push actually did happen in AMC pre-January, so everything was tracking up until today, which sucks to see, right? But the price action from AMC pre-January did not align perfectly to the one right now. So could this be a potential push to test demand or test liquidity below the demand zone and push back up in a sort of spring action? It's very possible, but you got to really push up tomorrow. That's for sure. If not, you're likely. If you get bearish scenario FOMC, you're going to break that 190, and we're going to have to revisit possibly that gap fill down here
You're
at
saying a lot of
17,
words,
right? That's your bearish scenario. I definitely
but
don't
I'm
want to
not
see
getting
that.
much from this.
AMC did leave a gap at
I'm
the
gonna be
exact
honest.
same spot pre-January. So we'll see. We still have dilution that has not been announced as the offering. FOMC could be bullish, could not. I'm expecting it to be bullish. I think the past several, the price action afterwards has been to the upside. And I think that
This guy's a fucking
they're going to need
moron.
to take
Holy
a little bit of a
shit.
break to see if these
Go all in.
rate hikes in the past
Go all
are
in.
taking effect. I don't think they're giving it enough time. Usually it takes several months in order to see the effects happening in the markets. So we're going to have to wait and see, or I mean across the world, right? And then the markets will price that in.
So then why the fuck would it be bullish?
But we'll see. The video I made for my Discord is in regards to
hell is this
Elliott
guy
wave
talking
theory from the
Okay.
macro up here. Don't worry
Oh,
about the
God.
price action. So if that's the bullish scenario, right? We get an extension up, probably the
Look at this chart.
someone on Twitter, thank you for the help on that. So if we do get a truncated fifth wave, doesn't push below the number 3, expect an impulse wave up. It aligns to FOMC. So if you do get that, that's why I see the low at 148, push up here would be wave 1, down here would be wave 2. Wave 3, you get an extension up, probably the longest wave up. I don't know how far it could go. And then possibly 4 and 5, retesting the val high, right? So if that's the bullish scenario, right? We don't go much lower than 1.9-ish, and then we start pushing back to the upside, and everything aligns again magically, right? And then we have AMC
Magically.
earnings.
Magic fucking thinking. Is this is Dawn from 4 weeks ago. Is this the one that Manny put in, or somebody did? I think maybe it was Model 3 dude earlier. I never played
It's a
it.
beautiful morning outside. I'm still a mess, but I decided to go for a little walk around my neighborhood, get fresh air. I'm looking at these charts, on my phone, seeing something off my phone, but I'm looking at these charts and I'm like,
We need to see this in higher definition. You know what? I want to live on the edge. I'm going to live on the precipice of non-existence. We're going 1080. We're attempting to. Donnie's real estate book is a copy paste from Wiki. Need 100 points December. Merry Christmas. Maybe the recession won't last through 2024. I don't know about the 100 basis points in December, but I mean, I'm sure that we'll see a rally in December. I mean, it usually is. Santa Claus rally. Donnie promotes his book in Benzinga. Really? If the mods really liked you, they'd put me in timeout and restore peace to the live chat. Fucking boomers. What would we do without our boomer mod? I can't put another mod. Only I have that power, really. Did it work? Yes, it was. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Oops. Sorry, Lynn. You asked for it, and Manny suggested that I could do it. I didn't know that I could, but we found out. He's right, as always, as usual,
so it's a beautiful morning outside. I'm still a mess, but I decided to go for a little walk around my neighborhood, get fresh air. I'm looking at these charts on my phone, seeing something off my phone, but I'm looking at these charts and I'm like, I don't trust this little.
I don't trust this little shit. I don't trust this little weenie. Quack, quack.
But I'm looking at these charts and I'm like, I don't trust this little run-up that is going on.
Quack, quack. She doesn't trust the number. She doesn't trust the run-up. This was 4 weeks ago? I'm still getting used to this new stupid YouTube thing here. October 3rd. Wow. Is she talking about the market or the AMC? Probably the market, right? Because she was playing SPY options. So October 3rd, October 3rd, October 3rd. Here it is, October 3rd. So, I mean, ultimately, yeah, she was right. I mean, this was who would trust this too, by the way, you know? Yeah. But hmm. But I mean, ultimately now it's market's higher than that level. But I mean, details.
So I just want to let everybody know, just be careful today. It's one of those days where the feds have that private meeting.
Whoa, malicious sock puppeting. No, she can't. She cannot
I
wait.
keep looking at Apple like I could have sworn.
Okay. Yeah. Computer, no, like 1080 on that one. Octomom, Octomom, Octomom. Octagon mom. Is that like the fighting? Like kind of in the octagon. Quack quack. Yeah, quack quack to my freaking internet. Okay. Well, anyway, we see it's one of those days where the feds had that private meeting. I keep looking at Apple like I could have sworn you're going down, and I don't know why you're starting to creep up there in the SPY. I just don't trust. I'm not trusting anyway as it is, but this is a different kind of don't trust.
I keep looking at Apple like I could have sworn you're going down, and I don't know why you're starting to creep up there. And the SPY, I just don't trust. I'm not trusting anyway as it is, but this is a different kind of don't trust. So
That's an interesting statement. Different kind of don't trust. Not the way not the way that she doesn't trust Jack.
be careful, don't get stuck in anything out there. Don't lose your ass.
Don't lose your ass.
As we all have done, I'm sure, many times. Play it safe. Wait for the big moves, the momentum moves. Woo. It is sunny out here.
Yeah, because you're in California. Come out to Ohio.
And yeah, be careful. Minimize.
Model 3 dudes in love. I'm going to tell Model 3 wife if you're not careful.
Be careful. Minimize risk always. Just like in real life.
Just like in real life, always use protection. Okay. Stop losses, I mean. I'm talking about stop losses, okay. Yikes. Yikes. What do we here it is. So here's stocks, real estate, health. Good news for anyone who's looking to purchase a home but has been plagued by poor credit. Donahue George's late new book on Amazon titled Don't Dip in Your Stash and Splurge on a Chain. Buy real estate has proven to be a solution for many. Proven. The biggest obstacle to owning a home in urban Brooklyn is poor credit. Narrated from the author's personal life experiences, the book possesses a wealth of information and real life examples citing how ineligible people can turn things around and become qualified to purchase properties. Okay, listen to this. Donahue George is a former United States Marine and retired city corrections officer. He possesses a BS and JD. For anybody wondering, that's a Juris Doctor. That is the law. That is the degree that attorneys get, that lawyers get. In addition to being a licensed real estate builder, realtor, and investor. The idea to write Don't Dip in Your Stash and Splurge on a Chain, Buy Real Estate arose from his own personal experiences watching how people from his community struggled to purchase a home with poor credits. Growing up in the streets of Brooklyn and working his way to the top, allowed him to see firsthand how things worked on both sides of the track. Trinidad LLC. What do we got there? Trinidad Incorporated. I don't know why I said LLC. Okay. Well, this is an Amazon.in. This is the Indian Amazon. Oh, huh. There it is. Wow. Okay. Trinidad. Okay. Trinidad in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Revenue 24,000. Sounds like an OTC stock to me. Sounds like a pink sheet. Pink sheets. Wow, that was. And then, of course, we have this Amazon review here. Melania. Oh, Melania. Bad book, don't buy. This book is disgusting and ugly, just like the man. Oh, that sounds like a personal. Look, May 10th, 2021. That's before the AMC MOASS last summer. Wow. I wonder if she changed her tune after the MOASS. I don't know. Good question. Jesus Christ. How he finds this stuff, I don't know. But I mean, imagine what you think that the book cover looks like, and then let me show you the actual one. Well, that's not the actual one. This is the actual one. Cool. JD, nah. Maybe he's Al's law school professor. JD from University of Phoenix. That sounds like a recipe for an 08 repeat of enough ineligible people are deemed qualified for loans they're unlikely to be able to pay back. Well, we gotta sell those houses. Jesus. Okay. And so we already did Ryan Hedges. Now, there's something here up here. Something else here. Let's see. Now, I don't know who this, off the top of my head, I'm not sure who this is, but we'll find out. No Limit Soldier. We got to check in with Al too, see what he's up to tonight.
Richie. So, got under your skin.
This guy is like, what is he contending to be the next Bogdanov? Like, what is going on here? This is the new Bogdanov.
My reverse psychology is working. I hear you want to give me one of these, Richie. Well, I'll tell you what. I'd be obliged to fucking meet you. And I'd give you an open hand slap. Because you know why, Richie? There's nothing worse than being slapped by another man. I would slap the fucking shit out of you. For AMC, for your kids, for Ape, for Lou, for John Wick, for Teddy Zane, for Al.
Scott fucking Allen.
I will slap the fucking shit out of you. I won't punch you, but I will fucking slap the shit out of you. So if you want to meet me in AC,
He's a married man. So, all right. He has that serial killer glow. Yes. Okay. So that's not the only one. That's not the only one. We got another one here. Another one. It's a twofer. No Limit Soldier times 2.
Richie. I'd like to extend that slap for Chad Clifford, for everybody at the bar that you annoyed that night, for everybody who holds AMC, for Gary Gensler, for Adam Aaron. I'd slap you extra fucking hard just because. I'd slap you triple because Moon Monster thinks you're fucking God. I slap you for B. Hayes, Ape Nation Will. I'd slap you and slap the fucking Burger King out of you, Richie. Let's do this. I'd slap you just because it's a fucking Friday. Richie, I'd slap you. You wanna put your knuckles up to me, Richie? I got big fucking hands too, motherfucker. That slap's gonna be heard.
Wow, somebody posted his address. Holy shit.
So, Richie, if you wanna do this, you wanna use your knuckles and I'll use my open hands. Look how big that motherfucker is. I wouldn't want to get slapped with that. But apparently you do. Keep talking, Richie. Oh, by the way, I'm getting more subscribers. Apparently, I'm a grifter. Thank you. Ta-ta.
Oh, okay. Was this like the new Commander 35? The new Commander 35 right here. Yeah, and since when is slapping a fight? He wouldn't punch him, but he would slap the shit out of him. He wouldn't punch him though, because that would be, I don't know. So breaking news also. Warren Buffett gave some advice to the apes. He did, beyond buy and hold and the greed and fear thing. So he was trying to explain how the stock market works, and he spoke in ape. So we have an actual closed caption shot here. Warren Buffett explained the stock market to apes. Ah, Lynn has been on drugs all day. What can I say? Okay. So let's go. Let's find Al. Al from Karachi. The Al from Boston show. It's now a show. Right. And also he look at this. Look at this. So Al from Boston is breaking Frankie's rule of going from play to play. Look at this.
Everybody, it's Al from Boston. What a great day. We're up 42% in CGRA. Absolutely
tremendous. Not AMC.
I'm absolutely thrilled that this is happening. I hope you guys were able to make purchases, and I hope you made.
Well, no, because you told them to buy AMC with their spare change. Well, this is only 3 cents.
So far,
Al from the.
There's something happening with the stock. There's some kind of news or some kind of earnings that are coming out, because a stock doesn't do 42% in a single day unless some really positive is happening. So I'm really thrilled about that, you guys. I hope you are too. I hope you're. I don't think it's too late to get in on this. It's only at 4 cents right now. I think this has potential to run up to
Jesus Christ!
Maybe,
listen to that fucking shilling.
$5,
Oh my God!
If there's legalization, it'll just fucking go $10, maybe more. But yeah, get in on this. We've had a couple of people say they purchased, and boom, 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 there it is. Where was he? Right there, one guy, Dade Murphy, bought 50,000 shares, paid 3 cents for it. It's up. We're all up. Everybody's up right now, and everybody's making money. So if you have a little leftover change and you want to throw it in, now would be the good time, because legalization is right
Or
for cannabis and marijuana.
oh, that's a
And
weed
it's an
stock.
event-based place, so you'll make a little bit of money.
So yeah, or it's getting pumped by someone who can whale the crap out of a micro cap piece of shit. Fair value XX.XX. That's good, right?
Money, not a guarantee, just a thought, and not
Wait, that's XXXX thousands club.
financial advice, just common sense, I suppose. But I hope you made money on this, or I hope you are
okay.
making money on this. Alpha Boss is signing out.
It's not
I'll talk to
financial
you guys
advice.
later.
It's just
Bye.
your run of the mill pumping. It's all right. Little pumping never hurt anybody. Rudy Giuliani interview. No thanks. No thanks. My stock pick. Z Growth Alternative Asset Management. My stock pick. It's got stock picks now. So nothing about AMC today. Wow. That's crazy. That is something. No AMC video from Al today. What the? I mean, we're shifting into an also. What the hell? Legalization during midterms. Yeah, somebody else said that. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, believe it was this guy. I think. Thought. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they deleted it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Probably wrong. I don't know. Anyway, they always have good stuff here. Naked shorting. This is scandalous. We cannot win. That's a phase of the stock market cycle, I believe, when everybody thinks the market's rigged. Chris Norland thinks you are a fool. Well, Mullen, buying calls. There is no room for downside. That was 2 weeks ago. What? So okay, so well, no room for downside. I guess he was technically right. 2 weeks ago was here. Oh, well, wait a minute. Oh, there's room for about 6% downside. Turned out. I got the train. Okay. Yeah, so it turns out there was a little bit of room for downside. I mean, not that much. Al did a live. Oh, right. Yes, I saw the link to that. But those lives are so ugh. But I guess that's all we've got. Guess that's all we got. The word I was looking for, well, I guess this was the other day, talking about another stock. Like sometimes there are stocks that are just shit. The company could be doing okay or whatever, but the stock itself is just not really that great. The word I was looking for was a lemon. A lemon. Stock's a lemon.
I'm up right now, man. I'm up 72%.
Oh, Moss.
Wait, in what? AMC? How is that possible?
It was sub dime, so I was like, fuck it. The short interest is high. It'll run between $1 and $5. Just hold on to it. When the legalization thing happens, it's just gonna like,
oh yes, of course,
boom.
his stock pick.
You know,
His
boom.
pick.
That's it. That's called an events-based play. What's going on, Frankie?
Hey, what's up?
I'm up right now, man. I'm up 72%.
Oh, Mazel.
Mazel. The fan.
Yeah, Mullen is still around.
You're not a big fan, are you?
Less than $1.
Hemp and CBD. The funny thing is they're backed by oil. They have oil money. So that business has like no fucking debt. So everything is just rips.
Everything is just bong rips.
So I'm glad about that.
Frank does not seem impressed. He doesn't seem to care.
But more GTII today. Good for you. Zio Frank. It's Pantheon season. What's that mean, Frank? Pantheon, does that mean
Ooh. Monotonous, irritating, full of shit? Yes.
Oh yeah, Elon needs money.
A lot of fucking dead air in this stream here. Boy, Frank is just not into this.
Rick James, that's how I am. I just bought more ape at AMC. I know I'm pretty narrow in my focus too. Ape, AMC, XRP.
What is CGII? I think you mean GTII.
I do like Hycroft. I think Hycroft's got a story.
Oh yes, Wyckoff Mining.
I just
company.
have a gut
great
feeling
silver,
that the
great
next
gold.
news out of Hycroft, and I said this like a couple weeks ago.
It's gonna be lithium, yeah.
And they got sued, and I had egg on my face. I'm like, great. But the thing went up to 70 cents anyway. How did it do today? I haven't watched it today.
I was gonna go into sorry, I don't know. I was gonna go into GTII, then I found this stock and I was like, this has more value in it, and I just went with it. Now that's not me shitting on you and your pick. That's just me, an opinion that I have, not to downplay GTII. I know you guys are in that heavy. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm not shitting on anybody's stock picks or whatever. For me, this is the play for me.
When
value.
did AMC invest in it? I wonder.
Hycroft almost made it to 72 today, and if you look at the daily chart, it's a pretty
72 cents.
Pretty decent cup they got going there. That could be breaking out soon. But like I said, I'm looking for a release. They've been real quiet with the exception of being sued. So I just had a gut feeling that the next release.
I never thought I would see the day that Al ran out of things to say and is pumping other stocks.
Say is probably good news.
Wow.
And
maybe he went back and listened to the Doug Sifu interview.
Delisted, but it is on
like,
the table.
Oh, holy shit.
So, we're either going to have to come up with something to get it back over $1 or do a la sundial.
Boring. Who cares about Wyckoff Mining? Who cares? Who cares?
Insane, man. It's completely crazy. And then you got the Wall Street Journal, right? Then they said the article about GameStop's picture share price move was published by the Wall Street Journal at 9:51 a.m. on October the 10th, 1021, or October 31st, 2022. Anything that indicates otherwise is inaccurate. And I commented on there, but look at this. Look at this. 7:51, not before trading. Before trading even started. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm that asshole that looks at the actual dates and numbers. Sunday, October 30th, 7:51 p.m. Well, Sunday was the 30th, so that's good. 7:51 p.m. Yeah, that's probably another time zone. Probably another time zone. 7:51 p.m. Let's see. I forget, but let's see. Somebody probably knows. But let's see. We're gonna have to go think globally here on this one. Think globally. Oh, come on. It's a freaking 640 by 345 image. The hell? Oh, I like this rainbow. Okay, let's see here. So, okay. I think it's somewhere over here. Somewhere in this region. At 9:30, it would be 7 in the evening, right? Maybe we could just do this. Well, GameStop stock jumps Monday, trading halted. Stop. Stock jumps Monday, trading halted. Wall Street Journal. Let's see. Oh, here it is. What the hell? The Yahoo Finance page for a random call option on GameStop. I didn't even know that they had the quotes for that stuff. Shows how much I know. But it's not even loading, so anyway, super chats dried up, no emotion, no interest, no love. They can't even fake it anymore. Spectacular. Okay, whatever. Whatever.
Before trading even started. See what I'm saying? Absolute, just incredible, man. The manipulation. Then they tried to get away with it. They thought they would get away with it. And then it was this guy right here. Live coverage, Wall Street Journal, the time.
Sending tweets to Elon. We have at this particular timestamp here.
It's 182, 186 committed. That's amazing. That is amazing. 188.
Yeah, my mouse.
Wow.
My mouse is
Al in fucking grifter mode. That's amazing.
Almost there. We are almost there, man. We are almost there.
We are almost there.
This is going to be fun. That poor bastard's going to be doing something with his family, eating dinner, and doing what rich people do. And his phone's going to.
Did you see the costume Elon wore?
Yeah, the satanic thing.
Well, it does have an upside down cross on it.
Yeah.
It does have the Baphomet kind of thing going. I mean, I don't know if that's on purpose.
It just screams, I need attention. Oh, 198. We are almost there. As soon as it hits 200, ready on the left. Get ready. Get ready, guys. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Ready on the left. Ready on the right.
What in the fucking hell is happening here?
201. Go.
Oh, my God.
Bam.
Boom.
Elon just got off live with Kathy Woods. Yeah, I'm sure that he did. He's on fucking live with Kathy Woods every fucking day.
Fuck him if he can't take a joke.
Oh my God, these people.
You can count on Frank and Al to abuse it.
If you give us power, we will absolutely abuse it.
We will abuse it.
We have no qualms whatsoever.
And we're sending it to Charles Payne.
Okay, let's talk about. Oh my God. Okay. All right, cover up. That's all that is. Okay, let's talk about Saudi Arabia. All right.
No.
So in Saudi Arabia, their S2, their intelligence community, notified the.
So here we are back in Saudi Arabia now. Buying stock all at once? No, I think tweeting Elon Musk all at once. I mean, lovely. All right, let's say, fuck. So, well, maybe what I'll do is just do, it's really getting annoying to, not that, not that. Display capture. I just switch to display capture when I need to do this. So, do this. Hide some of the ugly stuff, top and bottom, and then I can do this. So we had some research happening over here in Telegram on Donahue George. So hopefully that should be seen. I mean, obviously when I don't have the window in front of it. So Director of Security at Trinidad Consultants, Utica University Certificate in Financial Crimes Investigations, City University of New York School of Law, Doctor of Law, JD, Criminal Justice / Law Enforcement Administration, 2000 to 2003. So he's claiming on his LinkedIn that he has a JD degree, that he is essentially a lawyer. City University of New York, John Jay College of Criminal Justice. There's the train. Bachelor of Science, Criminal Justice Law Enforcement, 96 to 2000. Financial crime investigation, firearms license, yada, yada, yada. There will always be a security gap that can be exploited. Private investigator, financial crimes, cybersecurity. So that's who is providing this DD, or this dude is full of shit. Take your pick. But Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, I'm gonna go out on a very, uh, I think supported limb here and say that he is not a lawyer. He did not go to law school. Um, I I think most of us have interacted with lawyers to some degree, or have friends or family who are attorneys, and no, just no. Also, I've read his lawsuits before. I looked at his lawsuits. He loves to file frivolous lawsuits. He loses every one of them. Um, most of them are dismissed with prejudice, meaning, sorry, you can't ever try to do that again. Like, that is so stupid that we're not even going to allow you to file it again in the future. Basically, most of them were dismissed that way. So it's absurd. How'd he do that in 1 year? Crime? I don't know. Crime? That's the answer. The answer is crime. Speaking, well, we've had some questions about Trey. We could hop over to his Twitch and see if he's on there. The anti-juicer. Is the anti-juicer around? I don't know. But yeah, Donahue George, I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, they have lowered the fucking standards if that's the case. I'm wearing a dress shirt, which is unusual. Okay, mature audiences. Okay. Oh, this is a just chatting stream. Oh, fuck that. Okay, I guess not.
The United States and said, "Hey, we think."
Like what?
Had sanctions on him for.
This guy is fucking obsessed with the military and somehow connecting it with this nonsense. About to support AMC by seeing Black Adam.
See, that's what I like about YouTube is I can mute you. You're not blocked. You're just muted. We don't have to listen to your shit. Now you can just be.
Yeah, I like that too.
Out there, man. I really don't take the Twitter thing seriously. Like I don't want followers. I just go out there to see what's happening. I'm not trying to build a Twitter following. I don't even care about social media. I care about winning this fight with AMC.
All right, I guess they're let's see how many. We got 22 votes.
When is the freaking ape at least the 90-day without holidays end results? Wasn't it 90 days? Some people were saying 90 days because of fucking stupid, dumbass fucking overstock. Unfortunately, Unfortunate. The New World Order is winning so far. Nothing will stop it except physical resistance. And this is the danger right here. Elevate the frequency. Saying this shit. The New World Order is winning so far. Nothing will stop it except physical resistance. This channel should be shut down. No question.
Hey,
and Red Pill Bill.
Yeah, 83% so far.
AKA Short Squeeze channel.
29 votes out of the 414.
Wow.
Frank, type your text in the chat so we can copy. Here you go. Boom. Problem solved, problem saved.
If halting is the new buy button takeaway, how do you see AMC going up and making progress? How? What? Good God. Okay. Halting is the new buy button takeaway.
Stuff. Woo-hoo.
Lovely.
There you go.
If I don't get more, it better be growing. I'll quit this chat. You guys don't back me up. I'll quit this chat.
Uncle
You
Frank
guys don't have time to do something useful and give the finger to Gensler and the SEC.
Wow.
What did I do it last time? Do you remember how I?
You don't.
Oh, Jesus. We demand. Oh, well, let's let him say it. Even better. Even better.
Everybody keeps chatting over it. I just put it in the chat. We demand an investigation of why AMC utilization is at 100% since February, the frequency of halts on APE its opening day, and a reconciliation of all synthetic shares in existence on AMC. And when we're ready, I will give you guys the list of who we need to send it to. But it's pretty short and simple. Gary Gensler, the SEC Enforcement Director, Charles Payne, AMC Theaters, and Adam Aaron.
Oh, that'll work. So they're just fucking around on Twitter.
And you know what?
Look at this.
And I guarantee 100 tweets will definitely get on Adam Aaron's radar too.
Take a look at this, guys.
100.
Your average volume is 61 million, but today it was 1.442 million, and they got $7. That is what I call fucked up. Oh, when's the ad for the Winged Wolves?
Super
ladies?
fucked up.
You know what time for?
What is he talking about? The average volume? That's not true.
442 million. Look at this, guys.
100 tweets will definitely get on Adam Aaron's radar too.
Take a look at this, guys. Your average volume is 60.
Yeah, he's not looking at the right fucking stock. That I could tell. He's looking at another market. That's not the United States market, first of all. That is not the U.S. market. Cina.L. This is London Stock Exchange. London Stock Exchange.
1 million. But today it was 1.442 million. And they got $7.
What a disingenuous fuck.
What I call fucked up.
It's like a talk show and no one can call in. If they have dead air, they get tased.
Ladies, you know
I wish they would.
Yes. Go easy, Gutowski. Go easy. All right, put up the people you want us to tweet.
Like, I love that. You know, up 195%. Is that the right? No, that's not the right stock. This is on the London Stock Exchange. Like, up. I mean, clearly the American counterpart was not, because recently, like a swing low to swing high would be only like 24%. So it's not. Are apes going to attack hedge funds and CEOs with toy hammers? That would be. Yeah, I think so. I'm not going to say what I'm thinking because I don't want to get screwed.
Okay, at Gary Gensler.
Put it all in the thing so we can just copy and paste it.
Come on.
Hey, you wanted this.
They're just tweeting at all these people. Yeah, it's some good armchair activism there.
Boom, 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 boom. All right.
Boy, I mean, I was reading the chat, and there's some stuff I didn't say. I didn't read it because it was completely lewd and childish, boorish, juvenile. These people are. I mean, they are such
Some
pigs.
off the table because you want to
Gross.
lock in your profit. Well, a short covers their short.
We need
And
5,000 of us
if
down
there's
at
a
the
lot of
SEC
them, you're
office.
going to
That will
see a
get
spike
attention.
in the
Yeah, it'll get
stock,
the
and that
attention of the police.
FOMO too. So you get runs like
That's another
this.
January
My
3rd,
beef, I don't even
6th
give
waiting
a
to
damn.
happen.
Okay, I don't even care about that company. What I care about is everything gets to rally 1,000%. But if we rally 2%, somebody puts a halt on it and shoves it all in the dark pool, and that's it.
Well, as we said, as we demonstrated last night, you don't get a halt for 2%. You get a halt for 5% within a 5-minute window of time, as long as it's more than 15 seconds. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of parameters on there, but I mean, clearly we showed that it is.
Too.
That's what's
I wish
happening.
you would too. I don't. Lucky, I really don't think Adam Aaron is interested in a short squeeze. Lucky, I think he needs us around to go to the movies and to buy the fucking popcorn. And he knows that if he pays somebody named Lucky off, that Lucky will probably never come back. Okay, so Adam Aaron's job: save the company, right? Grow the company, run the company, create short squeezes where you lose your secret weapon of 4 million apes. Probably not at the top of his list, but he did say, I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to pounce. And he said that ape is the pounce. And I think that will flesh out. Yeah, you know what? These dark pools are full of crap, Fandon. You're right. If they actually use them for what they were intended to, it would be fine. But that's not what's going on now. They were designed to run.
Oh, shut up! Listen to these fucking strict constructionists here, so to speak. Oh, the dark pools were originally designed for this, and they're misusing them, and blah 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 blah. No, they're not. Off exchange, over the counter trading has always existed. It has always existed. This is just a modern form of off exchange trading. Cinemark did better than his weed stock. They have learned nothing from the past 2 years. No, they haven't. In fact, a lot of people probably are. No, absolutely. Not probably. A lot of people are more misinformed now than they have ever been about the stock market. And it's the fault of these clowns right here. This class of grifter. These idiots. Oh my God. How despicable. I mean, you're
So you wouldn't
misinforming
splash the
people.
market in either direction. But now, all of they're just sending it all over there.
See, he's mixing up and conflating and confusing different types of off-exchange trading. When he's talking about a splash either way, yeah, you're talking about institutional block trades that are off exchange. Institutional block trades that are off exchange. The reason being, yes, if you see in the limit order book, an order for 500,000 shares at a certain price, people see that, they're going to trade differently because of it. They don't want that impact on the market. So the shares, get traded, matched, whatever, off exchange. So that the limit order does not show beforehand. That's the only difference. That's one use of off exchange trading. Yes. Not the only use. Not the only use. They're a bunch of strict fucking constructionists.
So they can trade on.
But they don't even know. They don't even know the original, uh, rules or structure of the market.
Regulated, and they're taking advantage. Everybody knows it. Everybody, even the chair of the SEC knows it.
Everybody knows it
as much.
Everybody knows, right? Then don't use payment for order flow brokerages that take your shit off exchange if you don't want it to be off exchange. I mean, anybody. I'm not going to say anybody. I'm not going to say everybody, but at least a lot of people, they don't necessarily care about that aspect of it. They're more worried about buying and selling at the right prices in order to make profit. And that doesn't depend on exchange, off exchange, or any of that bullshit. It doesn't matter. It does not matter when you are actually skillfully trading. You are, you know, waiting for a setup. You are you trying to execute orders at certain prices in order to profit. That's the point. It doesn't matter where the shit's traded. And, never before, I don't think, have so many people worried about so many irrelevant aspects. And Wall Street fucking loves it. Wall Street loves these clowns because they're a bunch of clowns and they love clowns. Clowns love each other. And they have cashed the fuck in on this misdirection. That's what it is. It's misdirection. Plain and simple. It's misdirection. That all these people in their 20s and 30s worrying about dark pools. Dark pools. How absurd. It's an absurd name. They're worried about where their shares are being executed. Not really worried about the things that matter. What price did you buy at? What price did you sell at? Did you make a profit? No. No, it's the dark pools and manipulation and yada, yada, yada. Bitch and complain and moan and misdirect to something that doesn't matter because you have no skill. You have no skill in the market. You haven't accepted, you haven't learned from your mistakes. You haven't even accepted that you have made mistakes or acknowledged it, let alone accepted it. And let's send a bunch of tweets, which what is more useless than sending a bunch of fucking tweets to public figures? I mean, what is the point? What is the point? It's like when people say, write your congressman, write your congressman. Yeah? Okay, sure. But I mean, I'd say it's on par with or maybe more useless than a change.org petition. Useless.
Jim, he didn't. He didn't lead people on with his tweets. He said, "I'm going to pounce." He did. That's the ape. It's just not on your timetable, and you and I don't like it, but I think the guy is firing on every cylinder. But Jim, it is not his job to create short squeezes so that you and I get rich. That's not the job description for a CEO. And I know how you feel, man. I'm just as frustrated. But that's not this guy's style. He is not Patrick Byrne. This is basically his last job, Jim. He doesn't want to go out on fire, in lawsuits and all that kind of shit. He wants to just, cruise out a winner. I think he is going to screw over these hedge funds.
Well, Lynn, you're going to have a lot of people on the edge, on the precipice of non-existence. I would submit to you. On the precipice of non-existence. All right, we got to go out here with a bang. Where's Adam Lewis at? AMC is for the children. Oh my, Elon Musk draining the swamp. What the fuck? This is such garbage. I'm not going to put anybody through this. What a bunch of fucking verbal fucking diarrhea. I can tell you right now. Just bullshit. Just fucking bullshit. Elon Musk draining the swamp from one grifter to another. Shorts illegal AMC squeeze collusion plan. How in the fuck does Thomas James get his hand on these illegal collusion plans? Are they on Twitter? Are they on Reddit? AMC stock, it's bankruptcy time, baby. Okay. Let's see. Ape Father. Was the 666 close of AMC a psychological attack by the hedgies? A psychological attack. Sure. Sure. We're going to stay away from that. MOASS confirmed today. Only days away now. The creative investor has the fucking balls it's not even balls. It doesn't take balls to do this. He has the nerve to sit there and say, the MOASS confirmed today, only days away. I mean, what the fuck? Oh yeah, if GameStop hits above 30, watch out. Watch out. Oh boy, it's gonna squeeze. Here, there's Adam Lewis. Oh boy. Oh fucking boy, it's off to the fucking races. Oh wow. Yeah, some fucking squeeze that GameStop had. Let me tell you, this is a hell of a fucking squeeze. I mean, look at all these lines I went to the trouble of putting on there so that my own subscribers could fucking totally miss the point and say, "Oh, we're going to agree to disagree." No, I'm not agreeing that you have an invalid opinion. Unfucking subscribe. I'm not going to agree to that shit. No, fuck no. You have an uninformed opinion based on speculation. No facts. No fucking facts. Model 3 dude. Where's short the VIX? Good question. Good fucking question. He's in some office space somewhere wearing a dress shirt with no tie and a sport coat. I guarantee you that. But beyond that, I don't know. Let's find out. There he is. Positive, massive catalyst tomorrow. Powell is coming. Look, there he is with his fucking shirt unironed. He did not even press his shirt. What a little bitch.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another.
Look at that. He didn't even press his shirt. What a fucking clown. Would you just roll out of bed?
Video. So in this one, we're going to be going over everything that you guys need to know going into tomorrow's absolutely insane day. Now, if you've been paying attention to a lot of the news that's been happening or any of the key headlines over the last couple of weeks, there's been a lot of people that have been screaming about the possibility of a Fed pivot. Now, with the data that's actually out there right now, a Fed pivot doesn't actually make a whole lot of sense. And again, with the terminal federal funds rate projections that we have seen, well, even if we were to decrease the pace at which rates were going to increase, well, it really wouldn't change the end result, and we're still going to that 4.5% to 5% terminal federal funds rate, meaning the highest that we would potentially be taking the federal funds rate. But let's get into all this information here. This was a pretty crazy day today. So again, before we get into all of that information,
crazy day.
If you do enjoy the information and analysis that I
here it is. I'm going to slow it down so we can all hear it.
Provide for you guys in these videos, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it really make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it. It really,
you hear that? It costs you nothing to do it. Costs nothing, just like holding AMC stock. There you go. All right, Fed pivot.
That's been sitting on the sidelines come right back into. Even though the data doesn't really suggest that's what the market needs right now, we could see a lot of that money that's been sitting on the sidelines come right back into the market. Now, if we come over here, remember, if we refresh this page really quickly, there is about an 88.8% probability.
He went from refreshing Ortex to refreshing the Fed fund futures. Wow. And he went from, T-shirts to his little hedge fund outfit here. I mean, I love it.
5 basis point rate hike.
My little short the VIX. He's growing up.
Coming tomorrow. The whole market is pretty much projecting a 75 basis point rate hike. Now, if that...
Yeah, no shit. Right? He is one parking ticket from playing for the other team. Oh,
75 basis point rate hike then comes with some hawkish statements and Powell saying he's going to stick to his guns, try and loosen up this labor market here, and really get inflation under control with a lot of these hawkish statements that he could come out and make. Well, then we could see the market starting to come aggressively back to the downside. But again, tomorrow is going to be very crazy. What we're most likely going to see is a little bit of chop volatility in the morning and then a lot of nothing going into the meeting. And then we're going to see a lot of volatility. Again, guys, there is a lot of money to be made in this market here. And I do want to give a special shout out to one of our members.
So yeah, there you go. There's the genius take. There's going to be chop in the morning and then nothing, and then it's going to be crazy. Yep. We'll look at him. He's looking at the bonds. He's looking at earnings. He's looking at everything. Wow. Does he look at AMC though? Probably not. Does he even have AMC in here anywhere? He doesn't come up in the AMC search results anymore. S&P. 5-minute S&P chart. Some news. What do we got in news here? Let's hit the news. Oh, yeah, classic short the
Pretty
VIX.
unlikely going into tomorrow's meeting. Now, coming down a little bit further,
classic short the VIX. What's the title of this page? Unless you already looked at it. I don't see that anywhere else. And no, classic short the VIX. Classic short the VIX. No title. I mean, you can see it right here, but I mean, still. Like, start at the top of the page.
Employment openings for the month totaled 10.72 million, well above the FactSet estimate for 9.85 million. Fed policymakers watch the JOLTS report closely for clues about the labor market. The latest number.
Well, there he's on it. And he doesn't go to the top either. Earlier. Okay, anyway, whatever.
Officials from approving.
You're just picking on him, Scott, because he's got 78,000 subscribers. Yeah, that's it. That's why. Who else have we lost along the way? What about Bunny Stocks Up? When was her last video? Remember her? Remember this one? 2 weeks ago. Ray Dalio. 2 months ago. Oh, here we go. In honor of Bunny
What's going on to
Stocks
the
Up.
AMC stock family? In today's video, even though the markets are now officially closed, I think it's very important that we talk about and try to understand why and how AMC went insanely high today, right? In one day, it went up 18%, or in other words, $3.36 higher. And so movements like this, right, this is definitely not what your average stock performs like. After all, people categorize AMC as a meme stock. And so given the current market environment that we're in and the current market sentiment, right, people are not really favorable towards the stock market or the equities market or even the cryptocurrency market for that matter. Yet you still see AMC on days where
Look at all these
general
spam
market
comments.
is not very optimistic, decide to go up 18% or $3.36 higher, right? It went from the start of today, it was started at
captivating so far.
Basically consolidates for almost an entire month, and then it decides to have an insane breakout. Now, given that we just had earnings, I understand that may be a reason why AMC had
Holy motherfuck! Wait a minute.
This massive spike today, and
what? August 5th. Whoops. August 5. Well, I guess. Yeah. Well, no. Well, anyway,
and they just announced the dividends. However, I think there's something else that contributed to AMC's insanely high day today. Now, I understand this article was all
oh, Ray Dalio, right. Remember that? Remember that catalyst? Oh yeah. That was a hell of a catalyst. Hell of a catalyst. Hell of a video. Oh, look, here's for the Adam Aaron fans. Here's the Adam Aaron. The same crap that TMI did. People who lurk and don't like as same people who listen to NPR and never pledge during fundraiser. Listen, if you listen to NPR, if you listen to NPR, there is a 67% chance that you drive a Subaru, first of all. If you're over the age of 57. Okay. I don't know, just made those numbers up. But I feel that a disproportionate number of older NPR patrons have the love for a Subaru. Anyway, I don't know. Here's Adam Aaron.
I want to start with pure substance. This was a remarkable quarter. People didn't think it could happen.
Wow, remember when it was a remarkable quarter? Other than burn. By the way, this does not apply to the current quarter that just ended a little bit ago. So this is for Q2.
Cash. That you were basically a chimney of money. Not true, correct?
Correct, Jim. We reported yesterday terrific.
No, she's not back. This video is from August 5th. I'm just going back and looking at the grifters that we've lost. So she's playing some clips of Adam Aaron here. This is talking about the Ape hadn't even been issued yet. How about
April,
that?
June. The movie industry is clearly coming back. The movie theater industry is clearly coming back. 59 million people were in our theaters in the second quarter. Attendance was up 168% year over year to the same quarter. We had positive EBITDA in the second quarter. Our EBITDA was more than $250 million stronger than it was last year. We are
Love that comparison, year over year comparison of Q2, 2022 to 2021. Well, I mean, okay, sure. So that's all we got there. Who the hell else have we lost? Well, shit. I mean, Finance Wizards deleted all their content, unless they're back. Is this the same? Is this the right channel? This can't be the right channel. Nope, not the right channel, not the right Finance Wizards at all. They apparently their channel is gone. But they had the videos, the narrator that talked like this. Everything went down at the end. Yeah, so no. Market Wizards is gone. That looks like something that I would have put out. Funny coming from a fucking grifter. That's yes, yes. Gravity is messing with Adam Aaron these days. I hear it happens. I hear that happens. Let's see, what else? Well, we haven't, this isn't a grifter, but we haven't heard from the Big Man Speaks lately. Well, I mean, the AMC is trash, and so is Beyonce Church Girl song.
What's up, YouTube? What's up? Let me talk about a subject tonight. It won't take long. A subject.
Here we go. Batman, Batman.
Church Girl by Beyonce. That song will go to hell. People, you better wake up. Time is winding down. If you're going to live for God, live for Him. It's about your eyes. Song, glorify. It's Satan's song.
Let's get to the AMC part. Get to the AMC part here. We'll get there, maybe.
From me, and the angel gonna drop you in.
Okay. Angels.
It's music gonna send.
Music, sin. Got it.
Heaven and hell is.
Heaven and hell. Model 3 dude's favorite subjects.
I'm a bold Christian.
Bold Christian. Okay. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to get to the relevant parts here.
So what? Do you realize that how you live your life?
Okay.
Celebrity preacher.
Okay. Okay, well, no AMC in that one. So, let's see. What did I just saw or shit. lost what I was going to do. Oh yeah. This is relevant. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. That's a good classic here. Hitting all the classics here at the end. State of the Grift is you have Ape Father. This was last.
You can't kill Michael Myers! It's impossible! But what you can do is buy
Apparently.
AMC stock! Millions coming, baby. AMC stock. You want to be a millionaire? AMC, I'm an ape. They call me the Ape Father,
Ape Father, baby.
You can't kill Michael Myers, but you can become a multi-millionaire, baby. AMC in the house. Wow!
This was the mood last year. Now we have this. Where is it? God, look at all these fucking videos. 6 hours ago, 6 hours, 7 hours ago, 8 hours ago. No Limit Soldier is insane Jeffrey Dahmer style. Where is it? Here it is. Here we go. Now this is
I gotta tell you all something.
How it started, how it's going.
I'm gonna get a little aggravated with AMC.
Starting to get a little aggravated with AMC. I mean, I even screamed in their lobby, and no. Oh,
I am starting to get.
Oh, hell yes.
I'm getting aggravated because I'm going to tell you the reason why. It started with Halloween, with how AMC closed at $6.66, $6.66, and now it's all the way down.
Because last Halloween you were in theaters screaming like a madman. This year it's, oh my God, they closed the price at $6.66, and I just
down
don't like
to
it.
$6.37.
Me
You
a
know,
fucking
Gary
break.
Gensler, wake the F up and do your effing job. We got to protest again. I'm sorry. We have to protest. I'm really considering organizing another protest. The only question is, will you come?
The first one was
Will
so
you come? It's
successful,
going to be in Manhattan.
effective.
Okay. And if you come, you got to be serious. You got to bring signs. We got to do it organized. Okay. Listen, let me explain something to you. Okay. We don't even need a permit. We could walk on the sidewalks, and we're allowed, as long as we're walking on the sidewalks.
Don't even need a permit.
We're allowed to hold signs. We're allowed to, even, you can't scream. I don't know what the New York noise ordinance is. I know there was that one incident.
You know where you can scream? AMC
with that
lobbies.
dude in what was it, Tennessee, I think it was,
AMC.
where he was apparently talking too loud, and he was almost going to get written a citation because of the noise ordinance. But I think New York, it's different, because I spoke to the first precinct, and the person who handles protests, the officer, he told me, look, if you're on the sidewalk, if you're walking, you have to keep moving. He says you can't stay in one place. You are allowed to hold up signs. He says
those first precinct officers, they know that these protests are useless.
He goes, but you can't use any megaphone. You can't use like any electronical devices. You can't like a microphone or a keyboard. If I was playing my keyboard, you can't use none of that stuff. It just has to be your natural voice. But I'm telling you, I'm getting very angry and I'm getting very frustrated, because I feel like that $6.66
really animated. I mean,
was a direct message to all of us.
It's like he's sped up or something.
Now the next day, it's going down to what, 6:37? Get the F out of here with this shit. Get the F out of here. Get the F out of here. Okay, I'm tired of Gary Gensler, in my opinion. I was going to say it's alleged, but it's my opinion. He's not doing his job. The Department of Justice, FINRA, DTCC, I'll just say it's alleged. It's my opinion, but they're not doing their job. They're terrible. They're all terrible.
They're not doing their job. They're terrible because I'm not rich.
Okay, and the Ken Griffin is the biggest trash, in my opinion. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of these short sellers. I'm tired of these hedge funds, getting away with murder, always doing whatever they want. They have a license to ride, a ticket to ride, and I'm sick of it. And I'm really, really strongly considering another protest. The question is, would you follow me this time? Would you be like Billy the Kid? Or are you going to leave me there alone?
The one person who showed up to the other protest.
What is it going to be? Let me know. This video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. I'm an entertainer.
Wow, that was Beatty. There you go, ladies. A nice hairy bear for you. Oh, he might be a bear, might be a big hairy bear, but he is a bull when it comes to AMC. I'll tell you that. Oh man. All right. So sometimes I get accused of well, lots of things actually. Um, but not promoting enough good content. Dwelling on all these idiots here. And that's what that's what it is. That's why I do this, because it's fun to dwell on these idiots. Because look at all this crap. It's like, okay, the last video came out 2 hours ago. There's probably more that's not catching, but in 2 hours, Al from Boston has over 2,000 views. And of course, look at this. He's got some. What is this? How is that relevant? Let's put some females on the on the cover image little thingy there. That's cool. Um, so um, I'll pass along the Maverick of Wall Street, which I know at least some people here are familiar with. Um, but if I get accused of not promoting, quality channels, let this be, a response to that. So we'll check out the beginning of this video, and then you can watch the rest of it on your own. And credit to Lynn. What's her name right now? I don't know her name, but she's the wrench lady. Meh, meh in the chat there. Honda beep beep. She is the one who turned us onto this channel last year, so that's pretty awesome. Uh, and yeah, this channel has grown massively. So we'll see what he says here in the beginning, and then if you like it, you can, obviously watch the rest on your own. But there is actually quality content in finance on YouTube. Pretty wild, but there is. Even though,
Today is Tuesday, November 1st. This is a recap for the stock market activities today. And folks, I got a good one for you tonight, and let's start by this. I hope everybody had a great Halloween and you enjoyed the inflated prices in candy. And if your kids did some trick-or-treating and they scored a bunch of Skittles, you're sitting on a gold mine. Give them a tap on the back, a tip, something. Because now you can sell all of that Skittles and retire. You don't even need to watch this show anymore because the prices of Skittles up 42% year over year. We're going to talk more.
A damn shame. That's a damn motherfucking shame. Meh is having an identity crisis. But in all of her identities, she is keen on Maverick of Wall Street, and whichever identity was you were favoring last year was pretty darn good to suggest
About
this one to us.
inflation, but before we do that, let's talk market here because the equities market was blasting higher in the morning, and the reason is we got another piece of fake news saying that the Chinese are planning to end the thing zero policy, and immediately Chinese equities shot up higher and the US market shot up higher with it in optimism that the draconian lockdowns in China will be over, let's say, soon. And here's the problem: unless it's coming from Xi Jinping and he says, okay, I'm done with the lockdown lunacy, I don't believe it. I think this is yet another pump and dump scheme. But we know at the end of the day that this is a market that is dominating by the Federal Reserve and the monetary policy. So throughout the day, the stock market lost the gains and closed at the lows of the day, in the red. Why did that happen? Before I tell you why, all eyes are going to be on the FOMC, the Federal Reserve Chairman Powell, tomorrow. And the market is heading into this meeting with the assumption that the Fed is going to pivot. The pivot is in the bag 100%. He's going to do 75 and then he's going to announce 50 or 25 in the next meeting. And folks, I'm telling you, this is the consensus among everybody in the financial community.
It's
every
crazy.
Portfolio manager,
That's
every
wild.
hedge fund manager, all the analysts in pieces of data. And when they push and push and push, they finally say, hey, this is the consensus. Everybody says that the Fed will do 75 and then 50 and maybe 25. So we have the phenomenon of group think here. They're all like a bunch of sheepies saying, hey, the other guy says the pivot is going to happen tomorrow. The other guy
sounds like AMC.
The pivot is going to happen tomorrow. I don't want to miss out. Maybe they know something that I don't, and then the next guy does the same, and the other guy, and the other gal, and all of a sudden we have a financial community that is all in the pivot. Matter of fact, they're getting so arrogant right now to the point that they're saying maybe tomorrow the Fed will announce a 50 basis points hike, not a 75. The pivot will happen as soon as tomorrow, and the stock market is going to blast by 10% in a single day. What the hell are those people smoking? I look at the ECB, for example, as a guideline. If you say that the Fed has to pivot because we have economic weakness here in the United States, whatever economic weakness we got here pales in comparison to the economic weakness taking place in Europe right now. Despite all of that, the ECB came out with a 75 basis hike, and the delusional madwoman, Madame Lagarde, said that she's going to continue to raise rates even if there is a risk of a recession. So why would the Fed do anything different here than the ECB? You can say, oh, the Bank of Canada went down, the Bank of Zimbabwe went down, but at the end of the day, the ECB, the second largest central bank, says they're not going to waver. They're going to continue to push on until inflation goes down, even at the risk of a recession. And today we got a wake-up call, a piece of data to all of these pivoters that, hey, time to wake up from these fantasies. And perhaps it was the reason, not perhaps, we know it was the reason behind the downturn that we got in the equities market today. And this piece of data is job openings, JOLTS. They surged higher again. And the chairman of the Fed last time around made it clear that he's not going to pivot, he's not going to slow down the rate of hikes until we see softening in the jobs market. And this piece of data says we're not even close. And it's not just about the jobs market, it's also inflation and many other indicators that don't merit a pivot at all. We're going to go over all of them and a lot more in tonight's discussion. So without further ado, here it is. In focus tonight. The pivot fantasy. And we start with Jerome Powell's own words from the last meeting. Take a look.
Thank you for taking our questions. Gina Smilik from the New York Times. I wonder if you could give us a little detail around how you'll know when to slow down these rate increases and how you'll eventually know when to stop.
Wow, good timing on that.
I will answer your question directly, but I want to start here today by saying that my main message has not changed at all since Jackson Hole. The FOMC is strongly resolved to bring inflation down to 2%, and we will keep at it until the job is done. So the way we're thinking about this is the overarching focus of the committee is getting inflation back down to 2%. To accomplish that, we think we'll need to do two things in particular. To achieve a period of growth below trend and also some softening in labor market conditions to foster a better balance between demand and supply in the labor market. So on the first, committee's forecasts and those of most outside forecasters do show growth running below its longer run potential this year and next year. On the second, though, so far there's only modest evidence that the labor market is cooling off. Job openings are down a bit. As you know, quits are off their all-time highs. There's some signs that some wage measures may be flattening out but not moving up. Payroll gains have moderated but not much. And in light of the high inflation we're seeing, we think we'll need to, and in light of what I just said, we think that we'll need to bring our funds rate to a restrictive level and to keep it there for some time. So what will we be looking at, I guess, is your question. So we'll be looking at a few things. First, we'll want to see growth continuing to run below trend. We'll want to see movements in the labor market showing a return to a better balance between supply and demand. And ultimately, we'll want to see clear evidence that inflation is moving back down to 2%. So that's what we'll be looking for. In terms of reducing rates, I think we'd want to be very confident that inflation is moving back down to 2% before we would consider that.
So notice that I highlighted for you the three conditions that he gave. Number one, a slowdown in growth.
All right. Go check out the rest of the Maverick of Wall Street video. Hit the like button if you haven't, subscribe, and all that happy horse shit. Have a good night. Catch you later on this week. Good night.